We're back at it. Now, I'm making sure that I am not muted this time. Okay, it looks like I'm not muted that time if someone made a redeem to try and coincide with everything. Well, after about over 2 months of the last stream, we're back at it. We are back to reacting to the downward spiral of the Christian comprehensive history. I'm Cuddlymuffintop, by the way, a half-human, half-blob VTuber coming to you live from the virtual realm through the wonders of human slapstick. And why am I in my PNG version? It's quite obvious. I wanted to basically lay back, relax, and watch as more of this cursed madness happens to subside. And why are we watching it? Why, it's simple. For us raising over $900 for Extra Life for Kids last year, this was a donathon goal. And we met it. We wholeheartedly met this. And I have to watch the entire thing. Every single episode. But it looks like Geno Samuel has been uploading remastered versions of the episodes lately. So we're going to be watching, from here on forward, the remastered iterations of the past episodes. We have so far made it from his humble beginnings, the way he was brought up as a child, from winning that special KB Toys contest, to growing up in high school, to making that mixtape, to creating Sonic Shoe, to creating an Animal Crossing little universe, to going to college, hanging up that sign looking for single women with certain demographics and having a little bit of a battle with the counselor, I believe it was, and then going to the strip mall to walk around and see if he can pick up any chicks. That's where we're at, I believe, right now. And how in Sonic Shoe, more and more and more and more and more of his actual life is bleeding into it. It's becoming to become more about him than it is about Sonic Shoe. So yeah, this is gonna be absolutely enticing. So before we get started with episode 4, let's see who is here. We got Sober Tony. Hello, Sober Lisa as well. Hope your internet is working quite nicely in this case. Looks like you're still able to keep your streak, Sober Lisa, with 195. That is incredible. That is definitely something else there. Internet is still out. Tech company coming tomorrow afternoon. Ugh. Blobby hell. I hope they are able to actually come forth tomorrow. Oh, that's just the worst. But yeah, understandable. Keep that streak alive as much as you possibly can. I know the woes of basically being without Wi-Fi or internet or any hotspots or what. It's so much. You rely so much on internet nowadays. We have to for a lot of just entertainment purposes, honestly. So with that said, yeah, I'm hoping that they come about. And there's Sober Tony stroking his ego right there with a 315 stream streak.
What's going on, or who is going on, or when is going on, or why is going on.
Next weekend, I'm going to the movie theater to see the finale. Yep, I got my tickets, of course.
You parasites!
Oh, come on, hopefully I'm supporting, but yeah. Next weekend, the Amazing Digital Circus series finale will be airing in theaters, and I'm going to see it not this Saturday, but the next Saturday around 4 p.m. So before my usual streams. And of course, my blobby lips are sealed because I don't want anyone who doesn't have the privilege of seeing it in the theater be spoiled by any contents. And if anything else, if you're looking forward to watching the finale and don't want to be spoiled, you might want to mute it off your social media. I probably won't be spoiling anything from it. You have my word. You have my blobby word. Even a new modem doesn't fix the issue. Delightful. Ugh. Yeah, there are some instances in which not even the modem is the main cause of the situation. So, at least you got a new modem. At least it's something up to date. But yeah, it's gonna be wishing you a flappy rose cross on every front. The Molly hat, huh? Wait a minute. I might have to refund your points. I don't actually think I can utilize the Molly hat with my PNG model. Let me actually refund your points there, actually. I am giving no refund. I am rejecting it. Your points are good to go. Okay, I'm not refunding that though. I am not refunding that. There we go. All right. Now we should be good to go for all of that in the meanwhile. Could you stop? That's 2 in a row. I guess if you wanted to utilize the 2 times that so you wasted the points that I just redeemed. Yeah, it should hopefully be a streaming day as long as nothing else comes up. I just don't know what that is going to be. I just don't know when that's going to be, honestly, in this case. So, well, before we get on to the actual reaction, friendly reminder, and I wish I didn't have to iterate this at all. Do not harass any of the people involved in this documentary. Do not go out there trying to message anyone in whatsoever. This is us simply reacting to what Geno Samuel, who I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is releasing new music on this channel. So I have included the YouTube channels for Geno Samuel down in the description below. So if you want to check out his tunes or all the other content that he has done besides this, it would be greatly appreciated, because I hope that his music can go beyond what this has entailed, this Christian whole comprehensive history, in my humble opinion. All right. And of course, as always, viewer discretion is advised. We are going to be diving into some possibly disturbing and maybe even triggering content. So, be of an able mind. This is not going to be one of those cozy streams, so to speak. And if you may be uncomfortable with watching something like this, that's completely understandable. I will hopefully be back tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central, with more Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream on both Twitch and YouTube. So, if this is not the type of stream you want to be a part of, completely understandable. Hope to see you soon, though, in the meantime. And we might as well get out. In this case, here are the socials right here. If you want to check those out, again, I just opened up the new Instagram account. I have also been uploading shorts on TikTok. So they've been mostly an everyday occurrence. And there should be a new video for all 3 platforms sometime tomorrow. So any sort of follow or support is greatly appreciated. And of course, if you want to be a part of my Discord server, here is the link for that. As long as you're 18 and older, you're more than welcome to join our Chubby Checker community server. And again, we only got a couple more days left until I am bringing forth these game codes to a much wider audience. So, these are the game codes that I'm giving away for free to any Chubby Checker community member of my Discord server at this time. We got Artisan TD, Crisis 3 Remastered, Nordhold, Cubic Odyssey, and Mini Settlers. If you are interested in any one of those games, check out our Blobby Giveaways channel over on the server. Mention that you're interested. It's a first come, first serve basis. So once the code is off, if you want someone gets the redemption code or link, the game is gone, because I only have 1 copy of each. And with that said, I also included trailers for each of the games too, in case you may not be familiar with what the game is about. In the same channel. Okay, so I'm aiming to try and go with 3 episodes. The first episode is going to be on about a little over 50 minutes. Yeah, so it's going to be a longer one. If anything else, this will probably be around 3.5 hour stream if everything goes well. And we'll go from there. Ugh. All right. Again, I am viewing this documentary in the mindset that I am also an autistic individual who is viewing the perspective of an individual who is also on the spectrum, of course, and has some very very chronicled history with everything involved. So, with all that said, I am going to basically try my absolute best in keeping everything as blobby civil as possible, and we will begin. Oh, we're gonna get a little bit on the, well, not too chunky. There we go. There's a little bit better. I'm gonna bring up the page here on our side. We're gonna switch it to full screen here. And whoop. We might have to make some adjustments here too. Let's go to the first page. Now, let's see. Now that I got this screen up, let's see what we got. We're probably gonna do it like this. And then gotta make sure, yep, there's some on the bottom that we just need to, just a little bit of, there, come on now. There we go. That should be good enough then in the meantime. The only thing that we now have to check, oh, thank you for the follow on my Instagram, greatly appreciate it. The only thing we need to check now is to make sure that the volume is at a good level as we are going through this. Now, if I remember with episode 4, this is where, you know, his one friend Megan, in which he's trying to develop a little bit of a crush on, who's trying to be grabby with, and she's just uncomfortable with that. This is where more of that struggle comes in, and I believe this is one of the earliest instances where the trolling begins for Christian. So, without further ado, hopefully the audio will be working okay, and let's get started. How's the audio, by the way? Is the audio good?
What is the attraction?
Do we need to do any increase or decrease for the audio?
This is the story of Christian.
Let me know now so we can make some adjustments. Because I wouldn't want to go through the entire react with the audio being too low or too high. Emotional damage, that doesn't help me with the audio. That does not help me with the audio, but I know exactly what you're trying to entail there. So far, so good. Okay.
With the completion of Sonichu issue 5 on June 20th, 2006.
Has it been 5 issues already?
Further away from Sonichu and makes
oh, Mary Lee Walsh, that was the name of the person at college.
His own life. The comic begins with his friend Sarah Hammer's wedding, with Chris attending in spirit, possibly alluding that he didn't attend her actual wedding.
Oh, really?
The episode also introduces 2 new characters.
Okay.
The Argila Skunk, based on a character created by his friend Megan Schroeder.
Oh,
and
Megan.
Nicktoon, indubitably symbolizing Megan herself.
Oh, yep.
He briefly
this is going to come in point later.
At the end of the episode, Sarah thanks him for all the childhood years they spent together and wishes him good luck on his advances towards Megan. Sarah throws her bouquet at him, and he catches it, believing that this meant his own wedding would come shortly.
It
Christian
doesn't.
uses his comic to depict his inner monologue and fantasies to the world. I love Megan, yet she's not ready to return or seek it. I'd feel better if
this
I
is
could
gonna
chat
come
with her
into
on the
point
phone,
like a little
although
bit
she's
later.
uncomfortable doing that. Our email communications are okay,
they would
but speech
always
speaks louder
basically
than typed words.
incorporated
The artwork
much
also
too much
changed
into
to
their
an
own
unmistakably
original
anime
work
and
here.
manga
Too
style,
much of their
perhaps
own
in an
life.
effort to appeal to Megan even more. In the following episode, Christian has a lengthy discussion with Sonichu about his optimistic hope that he and Megan would get together, despite him admitting a few pages ago that she was not responsive to his advances.
So much
He
dialogue when your
acknowledges
whole
that he
page is
so
just a
optimistic that he even
dialogue.
stopped using his
It's
attraction
just a
sign.
blobby
They're interrupted by
mess.
the announcement
It's
that
such a
Mary
blobby
Walsh and
mess.
The Durkops are invading Quickville, so Chris teams up with Megan.
That is a very
Crystal,
thin
and
neck.
The chaotic combo. During the climax, Crystal gets trapped in the dark mirror contraption.
Oh yeah,
and
the
Christian
female
comforts a tearful Megan,
one.
who thought that she had lost Chris for good.
Oh.
His obsession with Megan is made crystal clear, and is further confirmed by the emails she sent to him. I know you know I hate guys and I hate love, cause I told you a million times. Carrot, semicolon. So why do you keep getting too close and touching me? I really don't like it at all. I know you said cause you have feelings for me and it's hard for you.
And the thing
but
is,
I'm sorry, this sounds mean. You really need to try and get over
Christian
it.
has
If you
always
keep
been
hanging on
notified
like that to
about,
someone who
from
doesn't
what I've
love
been
you back,
told and what
well,
we've
it'll
seen
only
so
make you more
far,
miserable. You need to just
that
accept the
they
fact
would
that I
like
don't
some
and will
space.
probably never love
No
you, so you
touching
should just
them.
take a rejuvenating
And I
breath
understand
and
why
move
that
on.
is the case. Some people
Advice
just
to
don't
which
like
Chris
to be
refused
touched.
To listen, as is evident in
It's
an
that
email
social
written just a month
awareness,
later.
but even so,
I'm just
bringing
a
it
little mad
up
that I have
into
to keep telling you
scratch.
to please stop touching
Yeah.
me. It's like you're not wanting
Don't
to listen
touch
to
them
me.
if they're not
I tell
comfortable
you,
with it.
Then you say okay, but
No
eventually you're
hugs,
back to the same
nothing
tricks.
like that.
And this time I really mean it. Even my other friends don't like it and think it's weird. So once and for all, could you please stop? You know
And
I don't
you know,
like
take
it,
a guess
so why do
if
you keep doing
Christian
it?
actually
It's not
stopped
like you're
or
gonna
not.
Try and soften me or something. So I don't want to have to tell you again, or I might get really angry. Cause you know, unwanted remarks or advances to a girl is sexual harassment.
It
and I
can.
don't
It
take that
definitely
lightly.
can be for sure.
Chris's not so subtle attempts at getting her attention did not go unnoticed. Sometimes I get the feeling that you copy me to get me to like you. Like Sailor Moon, for example. The only Sailor Moon thing you had was that adult video. And since I told you
Oh
how much I
no,
love
not
it,
the
then
one
you
with the
start getting
Dragon Ball
into it.
Z
Kinda like
characters.
My Little Pony. That kind of thing really annoys me. I don't like it much when people get into something right after they find out I liked it first.
Well,
When you said
maybe
we
they
had a lot
share
in
it and
common,
they
like
just
Sailor Moon
happen
and
to
My
like it
Little
along the
Pony.
way.
Well, who loved Sailor
does
Moon
happen.
First? Who collected My Little Pony first? Okay, I know I sound like a spoiled brat, but can you see what I'm trying to say? I don't like being too in common with others. I try to be different from others as possible.
What's wrong with sharing? Well,
On
still,
June 27,
it's
2006,
that's like
the
one
Chandler's
minor
dog,
gripe
Patty,
compared
was
to
put
what
sleep.
Chris Chan
A
has
day
done in
later,
this
at a special
relationship.
service, Christian read the eulogy, which he wrote himself. My family, furry friends, anyone else present, we are gathered here today to pay our last respects and wishes to our dearly beloved Big
No,
Spitz,
Patty,
who has
no.
departed from our world here on Earth to a doggy heaven, where she will be happier, because she will
No.
run free and play with all the other dogs who are already having fun up there. I will always remember Patty for
I
all
hope
the lovely
Patty
memories
is
she
having
had shared
time
with
with,
me from when I picked her out of the litter at my Aunt
well,
Karina's house in
Well,
Red
no,
Oak,
soon enough in
Virginia.
this case.
The time I
Couple
watched
of
my old best
episodes
friend,
later.
Sarah Hammer, take Patty by her front paws and danced a bit. The times I've watched her stand on her hind legs and then rewarded her with a biscuit bone. The times I've just sat with her in the yard and petted her head. I've
Oh,
always
look
given
at
her a volley
Patty.
scratch, where I stroke her head with all 5 fingers.
Oh,
like as if I was gently
Patty.
squeezing a
Patty's
rubber
the
ball.
best part of
The
this
many
entire
times
thing
I
so
fed her
far.
a can of food and a cup full of
And
dry
now
food
Patty
and
is
refilled her bucket
gone.
with fresh water so she can drink it and wash her face.
I
When
always
Patty
get
was brought
emotional
to the
with
vet on
dogs
that fateful
oftentimes.
day, I was distraught with fright
They're
and
just
concern for
grand
her health.
friends.
I stayed with her during her final moments with a hand on her head and a tear in my eye.
Oh,
When my mother was brought to the
My
paper,
dog
that
had to
gave
be
the
put
doctor permission
down
to
on
send
the
her
day
her
that The
way.
Dark
I
Knight
didn't
was
want her to be
released
the
in
one to sign
theaters, and it was a
I
very
raised Patty
emotional
since She
time.
was a 6-week-old pup, and I wanted to
But my
take
dog
the
did
strain
live
of
for
signing the
quite
one-way
a
ticket.
long
It
time.
was hard for me,
Like,
but it was for the
I would
best.
say close
So I
to
signed that paper
20
with a crying
years, if I
Sonichu
remember
face,
correctly,
saying, "We
which
love
is
you, Patty."
extremely long
After
for a
that,
dog.
I gave her my final
I would
pet,
say maybe 15 to
hug,
20
hands to paw
years,
hold, eye
in which my
contact,
dog
ear
actually
rub,
lasted for.
cheek to fur rub.
Oh yeah, I
And
remember
sadly waved
being
her for
there
the
when
final
they
time,
put Laddie
and I
down,
said,
and it was
"Goodbye, Patty.
heartbreaking.
I love you." As I stood outside, I heard Patty's last barks saying, "I will always love you, Chris. Thank you." But we all must move on with our lives with our beloved Lucky Mutt in our hearts and in our memories. So, Patty, may your old doghouse and surrounding flowers forever memorialize your beloved heart, your barks at the stars and strangers, and your loyal love that you have blessed upon me and my family and friends. Bark on, and rest in peace.
Bark on.
Our beloved Lucky Patty.
Bark on, Patty.
What would you do for a PS3 and a chance to
Oh,
be
I
on Robot
remember
Chicken?
In
this.
November, Programming Block Adult Swim.
I
held
remember
another
watching
contest,
Robot Chicken
this
a
time
lot back in the
encouraging viewers
day.
to submit a
But I
video where they would say
realized
what
that
they would
not a
do
lot
for
of things
PlayStation 3
basically
gaming
age
console
so
for
well
the
with
chance to
that
win a
show.
PS3 and a guest
It's
appearance
like
on
with
the Adult
another
Swim
different
series, Robot
segments.
Chicken. Christian's video
Like,
featured his own makeshift
no
PS3,
episode is
which was
Hello
in
Red
fact
makes
a
greetings and
PlayStation 2
salutations.
encased in a
It's
mix
just
of Lego and pixel block pieces.
Hello, my
the thing about Robot Chicken, basically, in which I'm pausing this right now, is that no episode is truly a bona fide winner. And it's just breaking up into like several short segments and longer segments. I'm oftentimes better off just finding the ones that I really like and just combining them into my own compilation. It's like no real valid point for me to collect the series like I did before in the past, because I just oftentimes just skip to the ones that I actually like, because believe it or not, these kind of shows would basically have a really lot of duds mixed in. A lot of duds from what I remember. But here's the thing, is Robot Chicken still on Adult Swim? I could have sworn they were still making episodes. I could be wrong with that though. I haven't watched Adult Swim in so blobby long. The only times in which I've been able to watch one of my favorite shows back in the day, Smiling Friends, was through either HBO Max or when I was out at my summit, they had On Demand where I could just look up the Smiling Friends and just watch the shows from there. So I watched the entirety of season 2 when I was up there, and it was delightful, but yeah. Robot Chicken had some grand parts, but other parts were just not so great.
name is Christian Weston Chandler of Ruckersville, Virginia. What would you do for a PS3? What I would do for a PS3? I tell you what I do. Well, if I had the money, I'd wait in line, like all the other people did with their tents and all that good stuff. I'd throw away the cure for autism if I had it.
You would throw away the cure for autism, huh?
Lifelong curse that I've had. And, oh yeah, I would trade in my PS2 for another thing. Or, otherwise, I'd make one from wood if it was hard enough. But you know what I did? I did it.
Just in case anyone is wondering,
I
no.
made one from Legos and pixel blocks.
He did not win the PS3. Yeah, the PS3 at $599 US is, well, adjusted for
In the
inflation.
beginning of 2007, Christian started
I'm
working
trying to
on
think
a
how-
DVD called Yep, I'm on TV, which
I'm gonna ask myself a question here, because the PlayStation 3 originally, because they were at this cocky state because the PlayStation 2 sold like gangbusters, it's I believe still the most best-selling console in the entire world, maybe close follow behind by the Nintendo Switch. They priced it at $599.99 USD. And that really, we know that a lot of people would know that being when they presented it at E3 in that case. And I'm trying to think, how much would that be in today's economy? What would the inflation rate be for that console? Would it be the same price as, say, a Steam Deck now? $749 for the 512 megabyte version? OLED? Or would it be even more than that? It's something that has to come inside of my mind in this case, because, yeah, I basically waited until it went on sale, and I kind of wish that I still had my big, chunky PlayStation 3 with me, because that was the one that had allowed for backwards compatibility. And when I updated to the slim version, because mine got bricked, well, the original bulky one, the slim one might have allowed for more space and whatnot, but it discontinued the good fashion backwards compatibility for PlayStation 2 games, I believe. I'm not sure about PlayStation 1, but PlayStation 2 games were a no-go. It was $599.99 when it was first announced, the PlayStation 3. It was that expensive compared to the Xbox 360 and even the Nintendo Wii. It's like child's play. They overpriced that to hell and back, and it cost them so much. Oh, but then again, the Xbox 360 did sell much earlier than they should have because of that Red Ring of Doom. That was a horrendous malfunction that happened to a lot of those consoles. They should have waited. They should have waited, but they didn't. Yeah, it was not pretty. Oh, here we go.
A collection of all his TV appearances and his homemade videos, in addition to a slideshow of his pictures up to 2007. He planned to make and send it to only a small selection of people, including Mrs. Sanford, with whom he got in touch via email.
Oh, hey.
You may be able to help me in a portion of it now.
Oh, Mrs. Sanford was one of his teachers, I believe, back in school.
Growing up, but the friends, teachers, and relatives I've known and remembered, either from heart, like herself, as well as yearbook signatures. As for what had happened during PVCC, in a nutshell, about midsummer 2003, I realized upon revelation that I needed a girlfriend to make into a sweetheart.
I wonder
from the ground
what
up,
she thought
with a
when
sign,
she
which I've
originally
later
read
realized
this letter.
that it made me look slow-minded. The R word. I've started my
Oh yeah,
enduring
the
love
R
quest.
word.
The Dean of Student
It has
Services,
become
Mary Lou
much more of a
Walsh, came
slur
out and tore my
nowadays.
sign up right in front of me and said,
Oh, Ken
"You're not gonna
Lesu,
get a
greetings and salutations. Let me read your comment. The 360 had an estimated hardware failure rate of 23 to 54% across its original lifespan. Dear God. So it ranges between... Oh my word. It was that bad. Oh my bloody! I know that my older brother had a Xbox 360. I never owned one personally. I was a Sony boy and a Nintendo lad back then. But I kind of wonder now if he ever experienced the Red Ring of Doom when he had his console. Oh boy. 68% defect rate on the assembling line. That is uncalled for. They really should have fixed that issue before they shipped it, but they wanted the money. They wanted that sweet money that it was going to get them. Oh, I bet that was it. They wanted it out for a particular... Was it the holiday season which it was released? Was it like Christmas time? It's now $991.09. With inflation, huh? Yikes. That's almost the same price as a PlayStation 5 Pro system now. Oh, that's just a little bit more than the Steam Deck 1 terabyte model, and almost the same price as a Rogue Ally. It's not good times to be a gamer nowadays. It's not a good time.
friend, this way or anyway.
My only hope is that...
Shattered my heart and murdered my soul. And it wasn't
That
just
is
her.
true.
The policeman
You are
imposters in
correct.
brown,
And it did
white,
play
and red,
movies on it
aka
too.
the
Blu-rays,
jerk-offs,
if I'm not
blue and black,
mistaken.
are
That
the
was
true
the one
police
thing
soldiers.
that it had.
Also seriously indented
If
the
I
impression
remember
that
correctly,
vagina
it
is
could
for
play your
virgins, not
DVDs and
lovers.
Blu-rays.
He talked about his high hopes of a
The
future
Xbox
with
360,
Megan,
I
and
believe,
assured
did
his
not
former
have that
teacher she
feature.
would receive
But
a
it did have
copy
the
of
lower
his
price,
DVD.
and it did have the better arrangement of
days
games
before
back
his
in the
birthday,
day.
he
But the
completed
PlayStation
Sonic
3
Issue
did get
6.
better games,
The
though.
first story,
I remember
entitled
there was a
Episodes
good amount of them as they
12.5,
came
is
out.
strikingly distinct from all the episodes.
Oh
thus
yeah,
far,
the
which
HD
stars his
DVD,
recently
that
deceased
did not
dog,
last
Teddy.
long.
The story
I
opens with a
remember
creative blend
that.
of photographic
I
backgrounds
remember
and the
that.
hand-drawn Patty, who wishes
They
she
also
could
had
speak so she
that
could thank
format for the
Christian for all he has
PlayStation, the
done for her.
PSP
The
too.
next morning, Christian walks
That thing got
outside to
destroyed.
feed her,
Same with the
only to
PSP
discover that his
movies
dog
too.
had
They
transformed
barely
into
made
an
any
anthropomorphic
of
dog-like
those, I
creature who can
remember.
talk. They spend some
Oh,
leisurely
no.
time together, and she tells Chris that she
Chris
wishes to
made
roam
a
free
furry
outside her
version
camp.
of
Chris
Patty.
leads her indoors and shows her his room.
Oh my
which
word.
Patty
I
calls
forgot
crowded,
that
and
Chris
suggests
Chan
that
did
if he got
this.
a girlfriend, she would help him tidy up. Using
Oh
a
my
Nintendo
word.
DS, Chris reveals a portal which opens up to Quickville
Oh.
and declares the town Patty's new roaming grounds. where she
Why
can
does it look?
finally
Oh, okay,
explore
okay.
with
That's
freedom.
just his mouth
The
open.
final
Okay.
page of the story is a full-page tribute to Patty Chandler.
Oh,
Next episode
so
resumes where the
Patty
last
was
comic left
around
off.
18
As
years
Chris and the
too.
gang debate the best way to rescue Crystal, they come to the conclusion that they need to acquire the 7 Sonichu balls to save her.
Oh, the
They
7
discover an evil
Sonichu
green
balls.
Sonichu, who then envelops Chris in a dark dimension.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Form of Natesurk, who then reveals his true form and
Oh,
declares
no.
that he is in fact Reldnak Natsu Natesurk. As the
Oh,
name implies,
it's
he
his
is completely
bizarro
the opposite
version
Christian,
of
with a
Christian
semi-bare
Western
chest
Chandler.
symbolizing his raging homosexuality.
Oh,
which horrifies
raging
and offends Chris.
homosexuality!
Meanwhile, Black
No!
Sonichu announces he has turned his
Of course
back
he
on
would make
Natesurk,
a
and
gay
now he
version
is on
himself
friendly
be the
terms with Chris's
villain.
friends, and has also developed a romantic interest in Bubbles. Chris
I
and
bet he has a
Natesurk
more
transform
popular
into their
relationship.
Sonichu
He
forms
actually
and
has
battle
someone.
until Christian somehow
If they're
ends
like the
up back
complete
in Manchester
opposites.
High School. Just as Natesurk is about to deal the final blow, a phantom basketball knocks him unconscious. Chris is woken up by Megan, who tells him that Natesurk fell into a coma after hitting his head on the bleachers and is currently in the hospital.
Oh.
Bionic the Hedgehog reveals himself as the one who
Bionic
wielded
the
basketball
Hedgehog?
at Natesurk's head. They reminisce about old times and how Chris hasn't drawn Bionic since 2004.
Oh,
Chris laments that he is 25 years old.
he has some
having
big
never even
stringy
had a
arms.
date,
Oh,
but it
those
shouldn't
necks.
matter. The dialogue suddenly becomes a promo.
A standard dual-layer Blu-ray disc holds 66% more data.
For purchase. The scene cuts to
I
10
do
weeks later,
love my
when Natesurk
Blu-rays
awakens
and
from his
my
coma
DVDs.
with a fiery urge to
I,
murder
as much
Bionic
as
the
I do
Hedgehog.
like 4Ks, the way they skimp out on the
On
extra
February
features is
24th,
just
2007,
criminal.
Christian celebrated his
Oh,
very
it's
special
so criminal.
25th birthday.
Yeah,
He
the
held
HD
the
DVD
joint
couldn't have
birthday
won
and
that
DVD
race. It
launch
was
party
just
at
so
what appears
much.
to be the game place. To mark the special occasion and to
Yeah,
instill
the
his
HD
wisdom
DVD
onto
was
others,
just
he
doomed.
recorded his important message
Oh,
video
here we
in which
go.
he reflects on all he has learned
His
over the course of his
25th
life. He
birthday
wished for it to
message.
become an
I
educational
remember
video
this.
shown in schools, but this goal has yet to be accomplished.
Here we go.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, and dudes of all teenagers, as well as the gals. My name is Christian Chandler. I am here, and y'all are there.
That is true.
This message is for everyone of the present and the future beyond this date, February 24th, 2007.
Oh, we are
My
definitely
birthday,
more than
25th
almost 20
birthday.
years.
I am high-functioning
Oh my
autistic,
God, he's gonna.
and in my 25
Christian
years,
is gonna
I've
be
seen and learned so much.
45
Today,
soon.
I intended to share some wise words that I hope each and every one of you will take to heart. And
They
allow
are gonna
yourself
be
and everyone
45
else a
soon,
better
I just
future.
realized.
He encourages his audience not
If
to
they
take
had
up
their
dirty
birthday
habits
February
like
24th,
drinking or smoking.
2007,
You should avoid at all
they will be
costs
45 by
smoking,
February
drinking
24th,
alcohol,
2027.
and taking icky, dangerous stuff. And smoking will eventually cause cancer.
I mean,
And it will,
true.
You'll be more likely to get heart attack, viruses, and your life will be cut.
I mean, you could get heart
drastically
attacks
short.
from other things.
They don't call cigarettes and cigars death sticks from nutting.
Nutting?
Slowly.
I kind of like that better than nothing.
Ounce of tobacco, put them on a rocket, and shoot them up to the moon.
I think the moon would not like it if there was like tobacco on his land. Or their land.
And I'm living 25, hoping to live on to be about 80 to 100.
Ethan encourages the boys to buy a My Little
good
Pony
luck.
figure to get
Good luck to
accustomed
me,
the
who
female
reached in that
form and
age rate,
pretend to
too.
treat it like the girl they like.
Among the better things you should definitely try before despising is some of the hobbies of those of your own opposite gender.
Okay.
Like, for example, if you're a young gentleman, I recommend
Uh-huh.
buying yourself a My Little Pony figure of your favorite color or whatever.
Never
Now,
did,
stroking
but
the
I did
hair
watch
of
the
your
show.
pony
I will
is
wholeheartedly
very
admit.
relaxing and therapeutic.
I remember my brother and my mother laughed at me when I had it on my Christmas list. I don't care. I still
Also,
liked the
you
show
can
back
pretend
then.
that, the pony is that girl you want to take out too. You want to take out sometime, and talk to the pony like you would talk to the girl.
And he
Oh,
recommends that girls
okay.
get Transformers toys.
Now, for the ladies, I recommend
mm-hmm.
a good old Autobot from Transformers.
What girls? Women and girls can like Transformers. If someone
get
pulled
to learn
out
how
a
to
Beast
examine
Wars
the
Transformer, I would be in love.
And variations
Unless it was...
each and every
Which Beast Wars Transformer did I not like? Oh, that's kind of hard to say. Even the ones that they killed off were the ones that I kind of liked a little bit. Oh, it's kind of hard for me to really figure out then in that case. Because at least with Beast Wars, they didn't have as many characters as in the Transformers cartoon, but they actually gave them more time to be developed.
All you have to do is say hello to the man ladies, that's all. And
Hello to the man ladies.
And also with the Autobots.
What if someone had a Decepticon? What then? What if someone tried to hoist the gun version of Megatron? Godspeed, baby.
States the importance of staying with your first mate, neglecting that both of his parents were married before. He finally stresses that it is crucial that boys and girls stay straight.
Oh, come on. I remember this.
You should keep in mind of what your true original gender is.
Oh, yep.
It's like you're learning about that girl you want to take on a date, young man. Or likewise.
Oh, I'm a young blob.
Approach that boy, just saying hello that you've been checking out from a distance.
Honestly, I don't know if I would take information from someone who has been having trouble to establishing a relationship. But then again, I have been having trouble establishing a relationship myself, I will wholeheartedly say. Everything else is vice.
Not for the big man upstairs, not for your family, but do it for yourself.
And for the benefits of everyone in future, yes, because we gotta stay straight so everyone can appreciate us.
Straight away from the straight path, it can really jeopardize the entire future of the world and the human race.
Yeah, I'm sure it's all because people are homosexuals out there.
Straight.
Oh,
I'll leave you with those words, as I have shared with you on this, my 25th birthday, February 24th, 2007.
Oh, this is gonna come into play a little bit, like later on in this series, how the viewpoint has definitely changed. There we go. You like your mainframe entertainment shows?
Compliments will get you.
That's it, Beast Wars and Reboot. That's the voice work of Tony J and David K.
Thank you very much, and have a wonderful day.
Yeah, sure.
The final addition to his DVD.
All right, what do we got?
Chris reignited communications via email with his half-brother Cole Smithy, who had made a career for himself as a film critic and lived in New York City.
It was Bob's voice act. It was Bob VA's birthday a few days ago. Oh, really?
He wrote.
Okay, I must have missed that.
When she said, "I do not regret giving life to Cole. We've had a bunch of good years up till the madness, and all things considered, I still love Cole very much, like any mother would for her son." She really does. Close parentheses. Cole's response was brutally cold and honest. I grew up in an abusive household with Barbara and my former stepfather Jerry, where physical and mental punishments ran the gambit from bare-assed beatings to cold showers to bizarre scenarios acted out with glee by two deeply neurotic adults. The treatment I received in Richmond, Virginia was another matter altogether. To raise a child in such conditions is inexcusable. Even at a very young age, I knew that they would abandon
So it's
me.
like a complete opposite of what Christian Western Chandler basically experienced.
That I would rather not remember.
Yeah, no child should ever be put through that. No child.
The crux of my problem with Barbara comes from two sources. The first is Bob's bitter influence on her, which worked to separate our relationship just as Bob did with his own children, with whom he has no association. In nearly 44 years of life, I have never met a meaner
HBO and Netflix hasn't done a documentary of this.
Chandler. I hope that you will email
but didn't a show that was on Netflix try to plagiarize the main theme that Geno Samuel did? In fact, didn't Geno Samuel make a video of that on their channel, if I'm not mistaken? I could have sworn there was like a particular show that tried to rip off the main theme of this entire documentary series. I don't quite remember which show it was though, if that was the case.
Go ahead and send your DVD to my address listed below. You and I may be related, but our mother only loves you.
Oh, jeez.
As the months progressed, Chris and Megan's strained relationship carried on. Chris emailed her about story ideas, revealing that their opinions on the Sonichu storyline were split. She told him that she did not appreciate him depicting her original female characters with breasts, and once more ordered Christian to stop touching her.
I was gonna
On
say,
March
yeah.
10th, he purchased an inflatable sex doll.
What? Oh
On
God.
March 17th, Christian purchased the new gaming
Good
system,
thing you
PlayStation
pixelated
3.
that.
12 days later, he wrote a post on the PlayStation Network website listing his grievances with the PS3, such as the incompatibility with his custom-painted Guitar Hero guitar controller, and the
Oh
low
yeah,
text limit
because
for
it probably
writing
only
emails.
worked for the PlayStation
At
2.
around this time, Christian
Yep.
began participating in the My Coke Rewards program, where drinkers
Do they
of
still have the
Coca-Cola
My
brand
Coke
drinks could find
Rewards?
codes on the
I'm
bottom
sure
of
they
bottle
don't.
caps or on cans that
They
could be
probably
redeemed
discontinued
online in
that
exchange
long
for
time ago.
rewards. Over the documented course of 2.5 years,
Hell no.
Chris seemingly
Ha!
consumed
I figured as
905
much.
bottles
I
and
knew that I haven't seen anything
3,624
like that on a
cans,
Coke
and
product
exchanged
for a
his
long
points on
time.
items like store gift cards, video game rentals, and music downloads, among other things. On May 8th, Christian created a YouTube account called Sonichu and
Oh,
uploaded
boy.
his first video, a fight on the game Soul
Here we
Calibur
go.
3 of Chris versus Mary Lee Walsh.
It might have been on the girl who was killed in Italy. I might have to look that up for. It was like a video that
In
they
June, Megan
uploaded
left for
about the
Kentucky,
whole
with Chris emailing her
circumstance.
frequently updating her
don't
with
quite
his
remember what
activities
it
at the game
was.
place and saying how much he missed her.
Maybe
He
we
also
can find
mentioned
that video
attending
before
an
the
upcoming
we end
rummage
the
sale
stream
in
to see if
town,
it's still
which ended
up.
up being reported on in the Daily Progress newspaper.
The
with
Daily
Barbara and
Progress?
Christian receiving an honorary mention.
Oh,
Right behind Ross, Christian and Barbara Chandler were waiting to shop. Christian wanted toys and video games, while his mother wanted to look for fabric.
oh yes,
On
fabric.
June 28th, Chris informed Megan that the day before, he and his mother cried together, remembering Patty on the 1-year anniversary of her passing. On
Oh,
July 6th, Chris expressed his slight dissatisfaction with her not replying to his emails,
Oh.
and listed all the new Soul Calibur cards he got from the deck he purchased in the game place. He
Wait,
regaled
there
her
was
with
Soul
recent
Calibur
developments
cards?
at the place, and told her that he missed her, giving her the pet name Sweetie.
oh, don't call
Following
her
day,
sweetie.
He purchased a Velvet Touch masturbator.
You shouldn't be
and
calling
pornographic
a friend
DVD
of yours
adult
like those
titanium
kind of baby
5-star
cool
video
names
collection.
unless they're comfortable with
On
it.
July 15th, he briefly
Ugh.
wrote about his first
I don't think I
impressions of the Mexican
really
soap
call
opera,
anyone
Ruby,
by that
the DVD
terminology.
box set of which he purchased using his My Coke Rewards points, and told her
Ruby?
that his left ear had become gunky.
Gunk?
apparently a recurring
Ugh.
condition.
Don't
The
say
following
something
day,
like
he bought
that.
another inflatable sex doll.
Oh, come
this time
on!
fashioned like a female police officer called Officer Nasty.
I'm surprised that
In
didn't
the
get
meantime, Sony
pixelated.
held the Chop Chop Master Onions Rap Showdown contest to promote
Oh.
the Parappa the Rapper video game, which required contestants to submit a video of themselves performing a song from the game.
Wait a
However,
minute.
They were limited to only using their own voices. with the
Wait
use
a
of backing
minute.
tracks
This was
resulting in an
years
immediate
after the game was released on the
disqualification. The winner would
PlayStation
get
1,
2
correct?
PlayStation portable gaming devices and an all-expense
Oh wait,
trip
this
to
is for the
Seattle's
PSP
Penny Arcade
version.
Expo, a gaming
I
culture
remember they
festival.
released the PSP
Chris convinced
version.
himself that
Yep,
if he
there
were
we
to win
go.
the competition, he could give one of the PSPs to Megan and then invite her along to Seattle so she could fall in love with him. and
Oh
finally take his
god.
virginity. He
Ugh.
uploaded his video entry on his YouTube channel for consideration.
Oh, maybe someone got a Paul Frank t-shirt, one of the 100
Hey,
winners.
Station. My name is Christian Chandler. I live in Rockville, Virginia. I have a PSP. I like to rap. I play with the rapper. I can
Oh,
sing
no.
now. The only song I know is Master Onion, which I got. from my
Honestly,
grandma.
this
I bought it
almost
from my
reminds me
grandma.
of how I
In
would
the
rap and
introduction
flow
of the
during my
video, he
karaoke
inserted
stream
a
just
photo of
recently.
himself and Megan together,
Oh, don't do
accompanying
with the
image with
hearty
warm
hearts. Come
Sometimes the two were
on.
romantically
She
entangled.
doesn't like you like
He seemingly
that.
did not
She
rehearse
has
his
told
attempt
you in
much, as
emails
he
so
can be
many
seen reading the lyrics
times.
in front of him during his performance.
Kick, punch, it's all in the mind. If you want to let test me, I'm sure you'll find that you all things that I
It almost
think you
does
should
look
be
like
proud.
Chris Chan
He
is
inserted
basically
various
looking at a
seemingly
script.
random video effects, which were at his disposal
It does
by
look-
the camera he used to film the video, the PlayStation Eye.
Ha!
Turn and
Oh, I remember these
look and
effects.
burn, look and burn.
Birthday boy!
And boom, pose. Come on now, why don't you follow my word? 'Cause it's almost done.
Honestly,
Things worse.
if there was the only extent to Chris Chan's legacy, I
On
would be
July
fine
18th,
with that.
Christian found out that his
But
entry made it
unfortunately,
into the
as we
top
all
10
know,
and was now eligible to the public.
It is in that case. Because if it was only to this extent in regards to the cringeworthy moments, because I've definitely uploaded cringeworthy moments on my channels, Yeah, it kind of sounded like he didn't really make it his their own in this case. Like a mishmash between all the other different Parappa the Rapper songs, basically combined into one without any real flow. But then again, this is coming from a blob who doesn't really have a lot of flow with their rhymes. But yeah. Oh. How did... Wait. The top 10?
Vote, ultimately due to the low number of total entries. He
Oh,
announced his elation
that's
online
why.
and urged
I was
everyone
gonna
to vote for
say,
him on all
it's
his
like,
websites
how
and
did
social media.
Christian
He
get in
also
the top
emailed
10
several
for
people
that?
asking for their vote. This included some unlikely candidates, such as his former guidance counselor from PVCC, Susan Hannafin, and his brother. After some deliberation,
Yeah, I don't think the brother's
Cole
gonna
agreed to
fall
vote
for
Chris only after Chris
that
asked
in
their
this
mother
case.
about who Cole's real father was. Chris promptly replied
Oh.
that he asked her and claimed that his father was Jack Dale Smithy, which Cole knew to be untrue.
Oh.
Understandably unsatisfied and upset, he continued to email Chris about how Barbara enveloped his life in lies, closing with an earnest wish to be informed of Bob's eventual passing.
Oh,
Chris
jeez, the
further intensified his
severity of
campaign
that.
by handing out
The
flyers at the game
savagery.
place, urging fellow visitors to vote. He even resorted to voting for his own video by making fake accounts, and on at least one occasion gave himself a glowing review.
See, never make your like separate accounts in order to boost up your own works. Don't do that. It's just gonna bite you in the pleasantly plumper stereo in the end. Never make duplicate bot accounts or whatnot in order to boost up your own worth when it comes to any contests or just promoting your social media, because yeah, it's gonna bite you in the pleasantly plumper stereo in the long run, especially now when they are apparently trying to nail down on all this view body. Oof.
From such an account. From Quick Sonichu, Video Lucky 7. Such honesty of his situation and devotion for his lucky girlfriend adds great emotions to his performance. The visually
Lucky
appealing effects
girlfriend.
added to the best humor and biggest laugh I had among the bunch.
Oh,
I enjoyed
really?
the fun background of his assumed-to-be bedroom, and his informative feedback on playing Guitar Hero on PlayStation 3 was truly a
Informative
wise and great
feedback?
addition. Also, he has nailed the lyrics a cappella. Close parentheses.
What?
As this brave autistic warrior so
Autistic!
creatively put it at the end.
I like how
Rap,
Geno
rap,
Samuel
that's a
basically,
wrap.
when
Truly
it
the
looks
cherry
like
on the
it's
top of
all
the
caps
sundae.
lock
Perfect score of
lettering,
5 out of 5 stars
they
for his
actually go
marvelous
at
effort, and
autistic,
smiling at knowing he
looked,
looked a bit
stupid,
close
that kind of thing.
parentheses.
Whenever you get at
He
all
also
caps,
complained that some of the contenders
it
had used backing
adds
tracks,
more
but
to
so
the
he considered them
authenticity of the
acceptable
research.
entries. Voting was closed at the end of July. Christian reflected. The polls are closed, and I'm anxious to find out if I am number one of the Rappas or not. I really want that trip to Seattle so I can be with my sweetest Megan longer than usual and have fun together. I love her so much. On August 3rd, it was announced that the winner of the Chop Chop Master Onions Rap Showdown was fellow contestant Adam Stackhouse.
Crack, crack, crack the egg into the bowl.
Crack, crack, crack the egg into the bowl.
M-I-X the flour into the bowl.
Chris
Oh,
immediately wrote a strongly
so the
capitalized
winner
email
happens to
Sony
be someone who
demanding
just
they
mimic
reconsider.
the one of the
I really
lyrics.
wanted that trip so I could have a chance to impress my sweetest Megan and possibly fulfill my.
So as you can tell, Christian took it incredibly well, as you can see with this message. But the winner just basically, in this case, just made a video of one of the songs. The one with the chicken. It's just, it seems like it was just word for word the same thing, with just them making a cover at it, which is honestly quite fine.
I dream of
But
getting
yeah.
married and soon have a daughter named
This is not the
Crystal.
way that
Yet
you
now
should
I,
respond
a
to not
frustrated,
winning, by the way.
autistic 25-year-old virgin have been balls broken like I have through a big chunk of my life.
Imagine
in
if there's a
America's favorite game.
TTS of
Kick
Geno
the
Samuel's
autistic.
voice like
Sigh.
this.
I had no fantasies
Sigh.
of having fun with Megan, taking her to a really extravagant
I love that
destination. I am
detail.
not
After
rich.
all of the
Taking her
caps
along
lock,
on this tour of the
like
Nintendo of
absolute
America
fury
company
of that,
tour
all that
with
caps
her,
lock message,
playing
it just
Guitar
ends
Hero
with
against the guy
sigh.
in the Parappa costume, jamming with Megan in the hotel room, and possibly our first time in the bed. Sigh. Life can be so unfair and f***ing corrupt. But I digress. Take the a cappella rule to the max on those 3 out of 10 videos. Take care. Christian
My
Weston
God.
Chandler. Open parentheses, colon, underscore,
Oh,
open
it's like
parentheses.
it's the faces crying.
He argued
This is
that the
before we
winning
have
entry used a
emotes.
backing track and had to be disqualified. However, since the backing music was actually sung in a cappella,
Yep.
the entry was deemed suitable. In addition, he believed that the video won first place because Adam's name made it alphabetically first in the list of 10. Chris,
Nah.
on the other hand, seemingly neglected the stipulation that contestants could not rewrite the lyrics, which Chris did, thus
yep.
disqualifying himself. Nevertheless, he
Oh,
wrote another email to
so by trying to go with their own sort of lyrics, they disqualified themselves already. Ouch. So you did have to cover one of the rap songs from the original Parappa the Rapper or the PSP version. So they actually did the due diligence then.
Sony, listing all 10 videos and determining based on the competition's guidelines whether or not they broke the rules.
Oh,
To release his
jeez.
rage, Christian filmed a video of himself shooting a dart-firing Megatron Transformer pistol at a dartboard with a photo of Adam Stackhouse's face on it.
Oh, jeez. Uh-huh.
And that is how angry I am at Adam Stackhouse, Apraluski,
Uh-huh.
and Surya Butchwald. They should have been disqualified because they had music and more than one person in their Freakazoid videos.
Freakazoid videos. Now I kind of want to watch Freakazoid instead of this.
Alphabetically first video in the Parappa contest and got wrongfully the big prize.
Oh,
This jerk's
jeez.
video was against the no music rule. His
Christine Weston Chandler. I'm saying this promptly. If you do this sort of thing, no one is gonna want to award you the winner trophy because of the way that you're taking this loss. This is so bad. Oh my blobby hell. This almost kind of reminds me of the way I was back in the early internet days. Except I was more mean towards myself and not other people. Oh.
Surya Butchwald and Apraluski's video all should have been disqualified because they all had music. He also let Megan know about his sorrow.
Oh, jeez.
I'm angry, depressed, and lonesome all simultaneously. I worked so hard. I sent like over
I almost
500
feel like
messages
the
between MySpace,
Christine Weston
PlayStation
Chandler could
Network,
have said,
and
I
AOL,
worked so
and I even
dick
made up
hard.
over
It's like,
120 dummy
no!
email
Why
accounts,
couldn't you have
Mac
to
Twitter,
censor
dummy
damn?
PlayStation
Damn, it's
accounts,
not
so I
much
could
of a
stuff the
curse word.
balance. Sigh.
Oh,
I failed.
sigh.
So much effort, rapping and
The
dancing.
way that
with
I'm
goofy
reacting to
effects
this
to be
whole
even
thing is
considered. Spreading the word
beyond-
as far and wide as
It's
possible.
beyond
Wasted.
comprehension.
And I did it all for you, Megan. I had you
Oh
in my
my-
heart as I chopped the ugly mode dance.
I don't
I
think
gave so much
Megan
energy,
cared. Megan
even had
probably
jet
wouldn't have
fires for a
not
couple
wanted to
of
go to
days.
Seattle with you
Crazy, I guess.
anyways.
Anyway, I'm not in such a delightful mood at this time. It may take a few days or so for me to recover. Then again,
They
you
just
make
couldn't
me
get
feel
the hint
happy.
back then.
I just realized
They
that
just
you
couldn't
were
get the
and
hint
still
back
are a
then.
continuing inspiration
That
for me.
Megan was
I looked
not
at you in our photo ever
interested.
since you left for Kentucky,
Does
and I get a
does
happy
Megan
feeling
look like
from the
they
feeling
are
of having you to
comfortable?
fall on when
Well, I
feel low.
personally don't think
You
they
are such a
do.
delightful listener, and you are truly intelligent when you talk about what interests you and such. I'm so delighted to have you in my life, and I appreciate you every day.
Uh-huh.
Less than 3, less than 3, less than 3.
Less than 3, less than 3, less than 3, less than 3.
Oh, so what if I didn't win that trip? I still can look forward to being able to coming over to your house.
Oh.
Or even mine.
I don't know
sometime.
now.
I like
I
you so
honestly
much,
don't.
Megan.
Oh, God.
Megan finally let him know her
Oh,
true feelings.
Yep.
I just want to say that your behavior has irritated me for the last
Oh,
time.
here we go.
First, I'll start off with saying that I'm glad you didn't win the contest because I
Yep.
have no interest in going on a trip
Yep.
alone.
That
with
would
someone
not
who
make
can't
things
keep his hands off
comfortable.
me. I'm not your girlfriend,
Yep.
and I never will be. When I say don't touch me, that means don't touch me.
Mhm.
What may seem friendly to you is sexual harassment to me.
Yep.
And I don't like your Megan obsession. I don't like being a character in your comics. I I don't like how you made me a character in Soul Calibur and Animal Crossing. That kind of behavior really freaks me out. With all that said, we're down to two options. A, we remain friends, and only friends.
Megan was still
period, as in no
wanting to
more
give
touching
Christian
me,
Weston
following me,
Chandler a
asking me
chance to
personal questions,
remain
and giving me
friends?
things. We can still battle and trade cards and talk. Or
Huh.
B, never see me again.
I'm
sorry it's come
surprised
down
that
to
she
this,
would
but I've
want to
told you
go that
repeatedly
route
in a
when
nice
she
way to
originally
stop,
wrote that
but you've
email.
never listened. Panic-stricken, Christian quickly emailed her back.
Oh God,
apologizing for
no!
how he made
Don't
her
say
feel.
sweetie!
I never meant any sexual harassment. Granted that I
Oh,
have had one
no.
or two fantasies before, but I sincerely would never intentionally do anything of the sort to you without your consent. You mean so much to me. As you are aware, I'm guessing.
If you
I do
meant
not
so
have many
much
gal
to-
pals in or around Charlottesville.
she
and
meant
I
so
treasure
much to you,
having
why
in
did
my
not
life.
you not
And as
go
my
about
closest, sweetest friend I
her
could ever
comfort
have
zone?
is one
Why
horse.
did you try to
Virgin
push her by
only
continuously
state.
touching
If I
her?
lost you,
That
it
made
would
her
totally
uncomfortable.
shatter my heart, my soul, my being. I cannot afford to lose you. I need you.
Oh,
Having you
jeez.
in my life and as my gal pal is essentially what keeps me from reverting to a sad, lonely, depressed, apocalyptic state. like I had
Apocalyptic
experienced
state?
Before, when that witch of PVCC, Marilee Walsh, shattered my heart and
Oh,
soul
no.
when I was searching for a boyfriend-free, caring, smoke-free, non-alcoholic white girl to be my friend. and
White
over time
girl.
maybe grow into a
A white
sweetheart.
girl. I always
Even
forget
right
that
now,
detail.
As I type this email, I feel like I have been torn vertically into two, and I'm typing on
Miss-
a keyboard that has been turned upwardly
oh.
crooked from being banged against a raised knee. It really hurts. As much as I truly understand how you feel about romance and love, I can't deny the feelings in my heart.
Oh,
I
come
missed
on.
you so much. I would look at our sacred
It's like
photo
Megan
every
spelled it
night,
out
and I would
for
be
them back then
much
so many
happier
blobby
because I had
times, and
you
they
as my
just
one
couldn't
and
take
only,
the hint.
single, solitary,
Why
once
did
in a
you not
lifetime
take the
life
blobby
gal pal.
hint?
And I would wonder how you were getting along and faring in Kentucky, and I would hope to get to see you again in front of me soon. Megan, I love ooh.
I love ooh.
On August 8th, Chris supposedly had a phone conversation with Sony customer
Oh, I
support
forgot
to explain
that
his
they
situation.
made one
He was
of
informed that since he
whatever
was one
that
of the
Sonic 2
finalists,
character
he was
was,
eligible
too.
to receive a selection of Parappa the Rapper merchandise, including the original
Why
game
does-
for the PSP.
Why
and the
did they
Parappa
kind of
branded
look
theme.
like
In its aftermath, he wrote a brief
a
email to
chalk
them
in that
regarding
picture? I
his
don't know
demeanor.
why.
I was solely
They-
depressed earlier when I called because my sweet Megan went AWOL. Justice will still be done. Sworn on my autism.
You
I will
can't
still accept the
swear on your
prizes. He
autism.
eventually received a reply from the webmaster of
Oh.
PlayStation, simply writing that his messages have been read fully and his thoughts have been inputted and accepted for better improvement.
Okay.
On the 20th, he purchased
No!
another Officer Nasty doll, as he had punctured his first due to the vigorous thrusting of his penis. As time
Ah!
went on, his attitude toward Megan changed slightly, with him noticeably giving her more personal space upon her return to Virginia and
Okay,
the game
good.
place. He
Good.
also announced to her that he would be resuming his love quest on September 4th, visiting the Alderman
I don't
Library
think
on the
Megan
UVA
wants to
campus
know
twice a
about
week.
your love quest.
Sigh. It will be lonely, torturing and enduring like it has been in the past, but I have my dream of a little Crystal Weston Chandler, and the movies and games on my PSP will give me something else to think about as I go back to wishing, hoping, and praying to be found by an 18 to 25-year-old, caring, sweet, smoke-free, non-alcoholic white girl, hopefully a virgin, to make into
Hopefully a
sweetheart from the ground
virgin.
up. And at the end of each lonely wait, I will quote my old joke of a commercial. Call right now, and we'll send you a beautiful girlfriend. Free! Then I will pretend to call
I don't
right
think it's
now,
that
and
simple.
always get Bupkiss. Sigh. Whatever.
Bub kiss? What was
On
bub
October
kiss
4th,
again?
He revealed that he was confronted by Alderman Library staff and security about his actions there, an
Oh,
intrusion
great.
he claimed to have disregarded.
Oh.
Christian told Megan of his belief that finding true love was illegal in the state of Virginia, denouncing the state's official slogan of Virginia is
I
for
don't think
lovers,
it's just
supplanting
that.
it with Virginia is for
I think there's a
virgins.
way that you try
On
to
October
find
20th,
love.
Chris wrote to Megan of his displeasure at her fraternizing with her friend, Christopher. The hugging was one thing, but when I heard the smack of your kiss on his cheek,
What?
it started a chain reaction in my head from OMG to simultaneous infuriation and jealousy. I assure you that I would not do anything extreme to Christopher.
What?
Originally, I was not fond of him because it was obvious that he was a homo.
Oh, jeez.
Yes, I am a homophobe. I fear them all, and I fear the tormenting temptations of falling off the straight path. But then I mentally, sometimes from a DVD, and if you'll pardon the expression, shove some pussy in my face.
What?
I tell you what, if I ever stoop down to changing my path, I might as well would get a gender change operation.
Foreshadowing to some extent.
He then explained his concept of the infinitely high boyfriend factor, copying and pasting directly from his website. It was also possibly at around this time that Christian made use of the newly released iCreate media editor.
Oh yeah, I forgot that they released that for the PlayStation 3. I still remember the one for the PlayStation 2. Apparently that had better tracking than the Kinect.
Would you like to make a wish? I got a fish. Would you like to make a wish? I got a fish.
Charming.
Would you like to make a wish?
On October
That singing was about the same level as my recent karaoke stream, I will wholeheartedly admit. Though I think that Christian Wrestling Chandler has got me beat.
26th, Daniel Mims, who frequented the game place, covertly snapped a couple of photos of Chris in mid-battle, and his friend Lucas uploaded them onto the anonymous image board,
Oh,
4chan.
this is where it
On that same
begins.
day, a user on the comedy website, Something Awful, who had seen Christian on the UVA campus, created a thread focused on Christian and his
Yep,
comics,
it
unleashing the Chris
begins.
Chan mythos onto the world. Members debated over the veracity of his supposed actions, and those who have witnessed him in person shared their stories.
I wonder if any
The
of those
fascination
users
around
still
Chris
use
quickly spread to
4chan.
other websites. The outlandishness of his situation motivated some to draw inappropriate fan art featuring Chris and his
Oh
Sonichu
no,
characters.
it begins.
On
Yes,
November
it
3rd, in a thread
begins.
on 4chan, a user named Evan Christopher George was encouraged to send Chris an email showcasing a small selection of fan art. This is some fan art of Sonichu my friends and I have drawn. I
Oh,
hope
no.
you enjoy it.
Oh, this
The
is real.
included images were Chris hosting girlfriend auditions with
No darkies,
written on his
no!
desk. A short comic about Chris losing his virginity by having sex with Sonichu.
Oh,
A graphic
no!
depiction of Sonichu masturbating while yelling out, "No darkies, jerk off." And Chris and Sonic
I'm so
Thorndyke,
glad
a
those are
character
censored.
conceived
I
by
do
one boy
not
Sonic
want to
as an
try and
Asterion.
censor them with my own
reply was rather
alpaca
unexpected.
screen.
Thank you for your fan art contributions. In constructive criticism, I like the one with me and the girlfriend auditions. As well
Aren't
as
we
my
glad
glaring
that we
with the
got
eyes
these
of the
now
blue
in
guy.
remastered
But
quality?
I am feeling great detest towards the other two. Sonichu and
Oh,
I are
no.
not of that nature at all. If you would like to make it up to me, though, please draw a strip of roast juice
Oh
dripping
no!
for Sonichu and
Don't
have me
feed
fuck her
into
and
it!
draw roast
You're
juice
giving them
masturbating and squirting.
ideas!
I am straight,
No.
damn it. I will not be veered in
Oh
any other
no!
disgustingly
You're
grotesque
just
direction.
you're
Again,
feeding them
most
fuel
nasty fan
to the
arts are
fire!
not appreciated at all.
Stop!
Please feel
You
free to
should
share
have
that
never
post with the rest of the
responded.
fans.
If you
Sincerely,
only didn't
Christian
respond,
Weston
you would have
Keeping
never
track.
gotten this kind of
Evan immediately
action.
posted Chris's response
Oh.
on 4chan, and in order to archive our future interactions,
Oh,
on
no.
November 3rd, one Jason Kendrick Howell created a page on the satirical and oft defamatory Wikipedia-style website Encyclopedia Dramatica.
Oh, I
solely
remember that
devoted to Christian.
website.
On that same day, under the assumption that these people on the internet provoking and making fun of him, or trolls, were genuine
Scary
fans of his,
25-year-old
he shared the
autistic
news with
man.
Megan. The good news, though, is that I've had more fans for Sonichu than I thought. Now, the worst to bad. I got this email earlier that had a set of 4 fan art of Sonichu and me! Well, I enjoyed more the spoof of me sitting at by a box on a sidewalk, girlfriend auditions, and the one with me glaring in the eyes of a blue hedgehog in armor. The other 2, in that set of 4, freaked, creeped, and scared the crap out of my head. A lot worse than
The
my
crap
freak
out of
over
you.
you on Christopher's lap.
Are you
last
talking
night.
about the
Please
earwax, or you're
keep that
talking
in
about a
private.
different kind of crap
other
in your
words,
head?
Get a room. I
Get
sent
a
him reply
room.
with respective criticism. I was infuriated.
I see.
He also found out about an artist on the website DeviantArt who had made Sonichu-related fan art with a fake copyright
Two
watermark and
30-second
without crediting Chris,
recordings?
prompting him to
God,
threaten
Dad,
her with
what
legal
are you doing? You want me? Oh my word. You have been collecting that many? Okay, I gotta hide the screen first and foremost before I bring it up here. We gotta see this. I am curious now to blobby see what. Oh, go back. Let me see. Well, what do you know? I already have 7K left over. Dear Blobby Hell. So now I gotta record 2 of those for you. Well, you're probably one of the only people that I know of that actually does those redemptions then in this case. Thank you again for the 10,000 point redeem for another 30-second voice recording. I'll see if I can be able to get that done over the weekend. Both of them in this case. Ah, I see. I see. Well, here's hoping that everything goes well with your lovely return to streaming in this case. And now, we will go back to this.
Then discovered the encyclopedia.
We're not even done with this episode yet.
In the meantime, Evan continued to send Chris more fan art.
No.
I'm very sorry I disappointed you.
Oh,
Chris
no.
Chan. I drew what you wished.
Oh, yeah, pixelate that, please. Oh no, I already can see the poses!
Penis.
Ah!
Oh, and here's more art from more of my friends.
Of course, they're just having fun with
so
this.
If you don't like it, I have no guilt.
Uh-huh.
This email included more graphic content,
Oh,
including
yeah.
Mary Lee Walsh and a transgender Rose Chew.
Oh no.
Alright, I have one last batch of fan art. I'm sorry to send so many to you, but my friends are really eager to share it all. I hope you enjoy.
Oh no.
He attached more fan art, a few more tasteful than the rest. Chris replied, disclosing a link to the ED page about him. Evan coyly denied accountability. What? What a horrible page. I'm sorry. I must wonder how they got pictures of our emails.
Oh no.
I hope no one's hacking my email account.
Oh, he's
Ignoring
just like a
security
big smirk
concerns,
on that
Christian
person's
sent
face
another
when he
angry
wrote
email.
when they wrote
Do
that.
me a favor. Draw a vagina on my Rose Chew. Rose Chew is a girl. She never had a freaking pickle.
Oh,
if I see
no.
one more freaking pickle and
Hello, OC. Greetings and salutations. Hope you are doing well. Welcome to the stream. For reaching over $900 donated for Extra Life for Kids last year, we passed through the goal of watching the entirety of the Chris Chan A Comprehensive History documentary series. I'm only on episode 4 of over 80. Help me. And of course, this pickle one right here is gonna come into fruition further down the line. Just you wait.
you may spread this quote to other adult fan artists, I will create you in Soul Calibur 3 and beat you up like there's no tomorrow.
This is before Pickle
Evan
Rick.
replied with a simple
Uh-oh.
and a picture of Rose Chew holding a pickle, saying, I wish pickles could masturbate and squirt.
No.
And Evan saying, Fudge, you're going to beat me up in SC now, aren't you? I shouldn't have let our souls get fiercely entangled.
That was
On
kind of
November
funny,
4th,
actually.
A troll who called himself Vivian G sent an email claiming that she independently created a similar character called Sonichu.
Oh no, here's more of the trolling.
Stealing. Evidently, he stated that it was fan art.
Yep,
and that she
it's
shouldn't
getting
keep
down
doing it
there.
because
This
his
is the
characters
first
meant too
instances
much
where
to him.
Christian Western
Vivian then
Chandler
sent a
got
caps
trolled.
locked email trying to
On
convince him to
4chan.
improve
We're
himself.
getting down that path.
Jesus, are you so high on your horse that you think it's fan art? Jesus Christ, man, you are irritating me. You are putting me under more damn stress than you'll ever have. I want to express my goddamn self to the internet and find that some prick who thinks he's so great can call homosexuals wrong.
Okay.
And I have 2 lesbian friends who would be offended as fuck by your ignorance and thinks that going around stalking girls will get you a girlfriend.
Well, that-
Newsflash, bitch. You mean nothing to this world, and you will never get fucking
This
laid
sounds
unless
like the
you
most
improve yourself.
intimidating
Your troubles with
TTS
jerk-offs
message.
Isn't because of them, it's because of you. Fuck off and die. On
Vivian
November
G.
5th, a concerned internet user emailed Christian about the trollsome 4chan threads and the ED page. He also warned Chris that one of the trolls was now planning to pretend to be a girl in the hopes of attracting him through online conversations and eventually retrieving nude photographs of himself.
Oh,
At
great.
this time, Chris's acquaintance, Joshua Martinez, who also received speech therapy at James Madison University,
Yeah.
claimed to Chris
I'm
that
gonna
he had some
poop. What
connections
is
to
this?
Hollywood
It's-
and had met some popular female.
Chris Chan is well regarded as the most documented individual on the internet. More documented than anyone else. Christian Weston Chandler has... there's a reason why there's over 80 episodes currently, and it goes down truly deep rabbit holes about what they have done in the past, what they have gotten themselves into in terms of their real life actions, how they've handled trolls, which you should not handle trolls in this way, and so much more. It's a downward spiral. And of course, they're going to be turning 45 next year. But I don't know if they've had a lot of activity ever since. I'm not going to say what it is.
Entertainers like Britney Spears and Jessica Alba.
Oh,
He also
Jessica
claimed
Alba.
that he found a girl who would like to meet him. When
Uh-huh.
in fact, he was only trolling him.
Uh-huh.
It is uncertain whether Joshua was the same individual who was warned about via email.
Probably.
Martinez pretended to be the girl named Lori himself and had a conversation with Chris through instant messaging.
Yep.
Christian reported on his elation in an email to Anna. Her name is Lori Lopez. I chatted with her through AOL instant
This
message
is when
last
they
night.
really
Less
try
than
to take
three,
advantage
less
of
than
him
three.
or
She was
Chris
really
Chan
sweet,
basically
and
back
not
in the
only did I have a
day
great time getting
trying
know
to get
her,
a
but blush,
boyfriend
I got
free
turned
girl.
on. I know that she works at a car lot, I think. She is 23, brunette, brown eyes.
Oh
and she is
yeah,
a mix
they're
of
trying to
American and Spanish.
go with Jessica
If you've
Alba
watched
into
the
this.
movie Into the Blue, the starring woman, Jessica Alba, is an American/Spanish mix as well. He also mentioned her to Megan, and even attached a photo of her, which was in fact a photo of actress Vanessa Hudgens. with
Oh
Vanessa
yeah,
written
I
on the
recognize
image.
Vanessa
Chris
Hudgens.
evidently failed to recognize her or notice the naming inconsistency.
Yep.
On November 7th, Chris uploaded 5 of his older videos from the Yep, I'm on TV DVD onto YouTube, and then filmed a new video in which he pleads for those involved with the ED page to be more respectful about him and take it down, and talks in length about his life and what caused him to be in his current situation.
It has come to my attention that I have a lot more fans of my electric hedgehog Pokemon Saichu than I had originally thought.
You have no
And I
idea.
Thank each and
Back
every one
then.
of you for your support. And I will draw more comics when I get some positive inspiration or when I feel like it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has a life, so do I. I have a life.
Okay.
I would like to humbly apologize for appearing to be some kind of sleaze, troll, badass, or whatever adjectives, good or explicit, you may feel about me. Please understand, I am a 25-year-old high-functioning autistic male with a simple, peaceful dream
They're gonna roll
of
with this.
becoming a father of a sweet, little pretty girl who I will doubly name
No,
Crystal
you shouldn't
Weston
have
Chandler.
phrased it like this.
Crystal, a name that sounds similar to mine.
You shouldn't have
but has
phrased.
a nice ring to it.
You shouldn't
And it's
have
also
phrased it
similar
like
to the illustrious
this.
metal that is mined from the Earth's ground.
Oh, okay.
Weston, my mother's maiden name, and a proper English name from royal descent. As a matter of fact, among my
Oh yeah, they're
mother's
gonna.
side
They
in
were
the,
probably rolling in this.
ancestral traits, we have.
That was
we
a
have
big
been
deep
traced
breath
down to
there.
Daniel Weston, who was on the Mayflower voyage, and beyond him, Anne Boleyn, who was the one of King Henry VIII's wives.
Oh
Gave
really?
birth to Queen Elizabeth I.
Really?
And
He talks about his upbringing, the struggles of the school system, and his achievements in high school. He then defends his methods for finding a sweetheart.
all I
Yeah.
did was sit around with a sign by my side that said I was looking for a boyfriend-free girl, 1825, yada yada yada, all that page. And I did all that because I have feared rejection and the infinite.
That's called loitering, buddy.
Because you cannot tell which ladies are paired up.
Then
and which are
again,
not.
some will.
And winning
It's
rings,
been so
that's
long
just a
since
whole
I.
different story,
Actually, it
because
hasn't
they're
been that
married.
long because I
Because
went to a strip
it's
mall
not
to
like
try
you
to
get
find a
women
plus-size
for rent
dress
who's
for
already paired
myself
up.
for that lovely princess cosplay.
That's just one perspective.
Well, I did ended up ordering from Torrid, but still.
So please understand.
That was the last time I
I'm
ever
not
went to a
violent
strip mall, and it
person.
was
I'm
a
decent. I come from a caring, loving
an
parent.
experience.
I'm kind. I'm considerate. I will respect your space
Um,
and your feelings.
You will respect your space. Well, I don't know. You were very touchy with Megan, apparently, so I don't know if you respect spaces as much as you proclaim back then, but maybe you did learn from this.
Ever so much. Thank you very much for your time and listening. And please remember, I'm an innocent person. Just like most every one of you, I've had my faults. I've had my share of bad times. I have my share of good times. Please understand that. Thank you again. Take care.
With this recent upsurge,
Oh,
in
it's
interest
Excel
for
from
Chris,
Excel
he had the
Saga!
ability to raise awareness for his cause, and maybe even take proper action to prevent further trolling. Or better yet, if he took better care of his online presence, he could have made all of this fade away.
Or they could have just basically never responded to that troll message with the fan art. That would have been something else that could have prevented so much. And that was only the first episode we gotten through today. Yay! So I'm thinking of watching maybe 2 more, but they are of shorter length. This was the longest one of the bunch at over 50 minutes. So the other ones are of the remastered quality. So yeah, this basically exemplifies the beginning of the trolling with the fan arts, them engaging with Chris Chan's content when Sonic Jew over on that 4chan website, being a part of Encyclopedia Dramatica. Yeah, it gets worse from here. I mean, there are enjoyable, you could consider quote unquote, enjoyable moments in the trolling, but they're still trolling at the end of the day. And you could see how Christian Western Chandler back then was basically innocent for a lot of this, but as you become aware, it's not as black and white. More layers are gonna come into this whole picture as we get further down the Christian Western Chandler rabbit hole here. And as someone who is autistic myself, and I said it before in the last live stream of this, I am so blobby thankful that I never went down this same path. Because I would definitely know that it would have screwed up a large chunk of my life. Okay, so now, let me go ahead and hide the screen here real quick. I'm curious to see if I can find that one video that they did in regards to, what was it? Oh yeah, when Geno Samuel had that copyright issue, like the plagiarism case. Let me see if I can find that one. I'm not sure if I can. Let me see if I can come across it. I don't know if they still have it up. Might have been just been something that is... Yeah, something tells me that it's not up anymore. Okay. Might not be up anymore, but I remember there was like an instant where... I don't know if it was a Netflix show or a different streaming service show where one show, the theme or song from it sounded eerily similar to the main theme of this entire trilogy, so to speak. So yeah, I'm not personally seeing it myself. So let's go ahead and get to part 5. So let's see here. So as the video says, this addresses Chris Chan's earliest conflicts with the trolls, the destruction of his relationship with Megan, and the continuation of his Sonic Jew comics, or their Sonic Jew comics. So without further ado, this next episode runs about 47 minutes and 41 seconds. let us continue with part 5. I like how Geno Samuel production is basically like an imitation of the old, I think this was the old HBO, when it was like an original production of HBO television. I feel like that's like a reference to that, if I remember correctly.
What made him this way? What is the attraction? What
Hopefully
keeps
this
us
will go away
fascinated?
here soon. There we go.
This is the story of Christian.
And yeah, this is a remastered version of the older episodes now. Kinda I'm happy that I waited to continue the others so we can get up to date. This is gonna be, until I'm finished with Spiritfarer, that is. Or this just might be like a one-off for each
Less
month.
than a
The
week
last
after Christian's
Thursday
Encyclopedia Dramatica
of each
page was
month.
created, someone updated it by uploading an infamous internet-based photograph called Goatsy, which graphically depicts a naked man stretching his anus with his fingers snugly within his rectum.
That's how
dilating
it.
his orifice to an inch
Why
in
would you
diameter.
start off the
This
episode
upset
with
Chris so
that?
gravely that he created the ED account, Rubnack, and took it upon himself to edit the page to make himself
Oh, what a
appear
way to
more
start off
appealing.
the
For
episode.
example, a
Great.
paragraph noting his racism was changed to, "Oh yeah, he's also old-fashioned. In his idea of a sweetheart, she is not black. He is cool with adoption, but his dream of his future daughter calls for blood, tears, and seminal descent."
Seminal
Not only did
descent,
he
that's a
reword
phrase if I
sentences
ever
and
heard
correct
one.
historical inaccuracies, but he also extensively added personal information, a tactic which he called information overload, in the hopes of
Oh yeah, that's
overloading
what
the
a lot
site
of
and
autistic
controls
people like
with so much
ourselves are
info
guilty
that they would
of.
all theoretically
Typing
upload.
in so many
While his
details,
intention
it
was
just
to evoke
becomes
sympathy,
overwhelming.
it only
Hopefully I've
succeeded
gotten
in
better with
fueling the
that with
fire
people
for
that
the
I
trolls.
message.
By November 9th, 2007, Chris got his parents, Bob and Barbara, to confront Mims at the game place about the photos he had helped post on 4chan, which led to their inclusion on the ED page. After this
Oh.
confrontation, the manager of the hobby store, Michael Snyder,
Yup.
told Christian if he were to discuss the Christian page at the place again, he would be banned for 1 month.
Oh.
Christian had also tried to ask staff for security camera footage to find the identity of the person who took the photo, but they
Yeah, this is basically. This isn't the end of the Michael Snyder saga either. There's gonna be more layers coming on as we continue down this rabbit hole. This is not going to be the first time.
did not relent. In a way to reassert his heterosexuality,
Oh,
he uploaded
God.
several of his own sexually charged drawings
Oh,
onto
no.
the Encyclopedia Dramatica page,
No.
such as one of Sonichu and Roastu having intercourse, a naked Mary Lee Walsh masturbating, Bubbles
What?
and Black Sonichu having sex, and an
Wait. Oh no, that.
image called She Came for Quick, which depicted Christian satisfying an unidentified naked woman with his fingers. Those exposed to the picture felt that the woman bore a striking resemblance to his twin sister, Crystal, and were convinced that it was an illustration of incest, an idea further encouraged by the fact that the caption of the image read, "Your sister has come for me."
Oh
The picture was
no.
actually a depiction of Christian fingering Megan Schroeder.
No! God! First off, I completely forgot that Chris Chan did that. I had no idea that they made lewd art of. I knew about the Sonic Shoe thing. That I was familiar with. But Mary Lee Walsh, the one that has been on them for posting up that sign looking for a boyfriend-free girl in that action? I completely forgot about that. That's probably insane. Why would you do an image of her like that? And then, that was the instance of, oh no. You do realize, I'm sure they realize this now, what you did completely shattered any trust Megan had for you. I feel like, sure, forcing your touching on her, that was horrible. Sexual harassment cases right there. And you completely neglected that aspect several times when she promptly said, "Don't touch me." But this, you should never make a drawing of someone in real life who didn't give their consent to it in a lot of ways, especially someone that you know in such a position, in such a drawing. Oh. And I know there are artists out there who have drawn lewd pictures of celebrities that are real. Of course, they do exist. But when it's someone that you know closely, who you know doesn't like this lovey-dovey or just romantic or even to this extent, that's like the last straw. That's like the last straw.
With the caption apparently addressing Megan's brother, John, since Chris at this point believed that her brother was behind all
Why
of the
the
trolling.
image of Mary Lee
Outside of his
Walsh?
illustrations, he reflected on his obsession
Now
with
that
Megan,
image is gonna be
admitting
stuck in
that
my
he no
blobby
longer
head
pined
for a
her,
while.
and talked about pleasuring himself.
Why am I
using his
doing
inflatable
this?
Sex doll, Officer Nasty. He
It's for
restated
charity,
his
Cuddly.
purpose.
It's for charity.
I will continue to shove the true facts from my heart and soul down your throats, only until you take this whole page down for good.
They are only gonna get
Christian will
stronger
go
for
on
what you
creating
just
new
did.
accounts and further
It's only
altering
gonna
the
get
page for the
stronger.
next few years. As the year 2007 drew to a close, he continued to email Megan, telling her that he would meet his online girlfriend, Lori Lopez, soon.
Oh,
On
jeez,
December
that's
26th,
great.
He bought Kimmy an inflatable sex doll with the appearance of an
Oh,
anime
not
character.
those
On New Year's
eyes.
Eve, he sent an email to a
Those
friend of
blobby
Megan's,
eyes.
which contained a new freestyle poem called "For My True Love, I Would," requesting that she share it with Megan. For my true love, I treat her tenderly, sweetly, gently, like a summer breeze. I'd
When you
caress
mean
her skin
tenderly,
gently
sweetly,
with
and
my
gently, that
strong
means not
fingers.
touching them
I'd
without their
take her to
consent.
eat and provide for her to my ability.
Without their consent,
I'd start
right?
small at McDonald's, then let it get better in due time. If she is willing to allow the pleasure, I'd lay her down, caress her gently, tickle her fancy, have her tickle my fancy, and give it to her with the learned, lonely experience I've endured. I love you! Would be shared daily with a French side dish. I am her soldier, to do for her as she sees fit. In January 2008, Chris created an account on the social network site Facebook,
Oh, no.
which he used much in the same manner as his other social media outlets, such as MySpace.
Oh God, a
He managed
moderate.
to get in touch with several women in his general vicinity and tried engaging in private conversations with them. Hi Christina, I have read your profile and I find you quite interesting. You're pretty, honest, and smart. If you'd like, I'd like to meet you for a soda or coffee and get to know you better over a pleasant conversation. I also hope you will accept my friend request I have submitted earlier. Please reply if it's all cool. Close parentheses. Christina replied, okay, well, I'm 17 and about to be 18 in a few months, but yeah, I love to party and all that good shit, so hit
Yeah.
me up. Cool, Christina. While I don't know what it means to hit me
I'm
up,
not
I'll
hip
assume
with the
it means to
kids.
talk to you more.
Oh,
Close
God.
parentheses. Chris
Did they
then
have
said,
the age
"I look
bracket
forward
whenever
to
you
meeting
made
you
an
in
account
person
at
and learning
Facebook
more
back in the
about
day,
you. And
or
if you need a tutor for a
not
school
back then?
subject, I can probably help you. I've excelled in math and English subjects. Y yo tom apostrophe a 2 años de español de null en mi escuela secundaria. And I took 2 years of Spanish in my high school. Take care, Chris Chan. She then clarified. Okay, yeah, well, here's the thing. First of all, I'm 17 and or too old. And second of all, you know or too old for me.
Yep.
And third of all, I'm not into all that Kirstian shit, but I would still love to be friends with you. And I don't know very many Chiristians who like to party.
Oh my
'cause I'm a hardcore party girl. So, Christian replied, No,
Oh.
nothing like what you may be thinking. I just wanted to be friends with you. I'd wait until you were at least 18
Oh,
before taking it further.
God.
Also, I can party. I just don't get invited much. There's nothing wrong with simply meeting for a pleasant conversation and soda pop.
A
I
pleasant
promised I would
conversation
not
with
lay a finger on you.
someone who's underage
Christina
who likes to
relieved her
party.
mind.
Yeah.
Okay, well, a little FYI, I'm on probation and house arrest, and I might get locked up tomorrow for breaking my probation, so let's just
I feel
take
like
it day by
Christina
day.
is a troll
I mean,
at this
I don't know
point.
you
I'm
at
pretty
all,
sure
and
that
people
it
might
is.
talk about me hanging with some older dude who I don't know, but I do hang at DQ.
DQ?
Dairy Queen, every day after
Only the
school, so
real
drop by and
champions
see if
hang
you
out
can
at
find me.
Culver's.
Holla, boy. After
Then
Christian
again,
sent
I
another
don't think there's a
message
Culver's in
divulging more
Virginia
details
or
about
West
himself,
Virginia. I'm not entirely
communication
sure.
with Christina ceased.
It's more of a
He
Midwestern
also engaged
point.
in a chat with a Christie, who accepted his invitation for a chat over coffee or soda, but he ultimately declined her acceptance when she revealed that she was a single mother. He also messaged a Danielle, whose boyfriend in response threatened Chris. During this time, he attempted several times to hack his ED page by using the HTML coding language, but failed. He also frequently attended UVA's Alderman Library to wait for a boyfriend-free girl to
Oh
approach him.
no, please don't have brought
On
the
January
sign. I
20th,
hope you didn't
Christian
bring the
pleaded on
sign.
Facebook for people not to believe what has been written on Encyclopedia Dramatica. There are some cyberbullies who have taken my words and feelings out of context and twisted them into meaningless
You could
mockery.
just ignore it
Please
and
do
not
believe
even
those
bring it
terrible
up. It would
rumors.
bring you
I am a good
so
man
much
who
better
needs a female
ties, but you
sweetheart to
keep
soothe my
lighting
pains
the
from loneliness,
fire.
stress of
You
social
kept
influences, and
lighting the
heartaches.
fire.
Please help me so I can help you one day. 4 days later, he described his near encounter with a lady at the Alderman Library.
Okay.
I was playing Sudoku on my PSP, and I was
Okay,
listening in on this
Sudoku.
conversation between a couple of cute ladies just to my right.
I'm not too
I've
bad
enjoyed
with
just
Sudoku
listening to them
myself.
talk about their things. I will not divulge any details, because I am the man who will keep a secret. Plus, I don't know all the details. Anyway, after one of the
Yes.
two left, the gal that stayed sitting next to me talked on her cell in what sounded like Dutch or German. It was the perfect opening for a conversation towards making a new gal pal. I had it in my head. Pardon me, I couldn't help but overhear your chat on your phone. But was that Dutch or German you were speaking? I had the nerve set up! I was raring to say it, but when I started to say it, the tension and my shyness and my autism
They
choked me,
choked.
literally. I couldn't
They
even open my mouth
choked.
to say anything.
You know what? This is
Then she
relatable,
left.
though.
I'm kicking
This
myself
is
now.
definitely relatable.
Anyway, that is
I
how
will
shy
give
I
them
am.
that.
I am so shy that I just freeze or choke upon starting to talk to a new girl I don't know yet.
Oh,
Through his
yep, that's
Facebook
way
updates,
too
It was also
relatable.
revealed that he regularly attended
Not
Grace
just for
Baptist
autistic
Church
folks
in
like me and
Charlottesville.
them, but other
Since
individuals
Chris was told by
too.
the alleged Lori Lopez that she wanted to go out with Joshua Martinez instead of Chris, on January 25th, Chris edited the ED page in order to convince the trolls to ruin Joshua's reputation instead. Look, pal, if you really want to take down someone who has a reputation, consider one Joshua Martinez. Ladies come a-running from at least as far as New York City to his house in Dyke, VA. Not just any ladies, but stars like Megan Fox, Jessica Alba, Jessica Biel, Jessica Simpson, and plenty other whores.
Is there really a Dyke, Virginia? Is that actually a real city in Virginia, or is that something the troll made up on the spot? I feel like it's something the troll made up on the spot. You know what? I'm gonna search it up real quick. I'm pretty sure that it is not a real city, but you never know. You never blobby know in this case. All right. Let's see. It is actually a real city. There is an unincorporated community in Virginia called Dyke. Okay. All right then. I thought that was a troll lie, but it isn't. It is not a lie. It is actually real. Well then, in Greene County, Virginia, located along the Virginia Secondary State Route 810. All right then, good to know. Good to know. I stand corrected. I stand corrected.
He also has been piggybacking on the stardom of Vanessa Hudgens, singing with her on her Latino albums, and starring with her in various
And
HBO
they just
movies.
keep buying
and even
into the
worse,
lies.
Transformers too. He has her and some other gal named Brittany for both of his simultaneous girlfriends. Dual marriage in the works here. He's a more lucky SOB than I can ever surmount to. Ruin his reputation. Joshua Martinez. P.S. You did not hear this whole thing from me.
Oh, you do know that trolling others or trying to ruin someone's reputation is not the right course of action for getting trolls off your back, right? Even if Joshua Martinez is not really a fairy, is a troll themselves, that doesn't mean you should retort in the same fashion. Oh, heavens to Blobby Betsy!
The readers did not buy it to his wishes.
Well,
On
at
January
least that's
27th,
good.
Christian emailed his friend Anna McLaren to let her know that he discovered her Tale of the Crazy Pacer blog post on the ED page, and politely asked her to remove it in order to preserve his reputation.
Uh-huh.
At around February, the pastor at his church discovered his Encyclopedia Dramatica
Oh,
page
no.
and allegedly learned of his views regarding women through Chris's 25th birthday important message video and his Facebook posts. The pastor subsequently expelled Christian from Grace Baptist Church, though
Oh, I forgot about this detail. Because of the way that Christian Western Chandler viewed women back then, they were expelled from the church they would normally go to.
he soon found refuge in Wesley Memorial United Methodist Church, which he began regularly attending.
I see. So they
In
flocked
March,
to another
becoming
place.
Increasingly troubled at all the attention Chris has been receiving, Megan requested that he take down all references to her on the internet. However, it was too late. She discovered that she came from Quick
Oh,
Picture
no.
and recognized the woman in it to be herself and
Uh-huh.
confronted Chris. He duly apologized. I didn't realize how much of an a-hole I could have been. I was caught up in the rage from that weekend in November when I did that. I couldn't even see straight. But I had done what I should have done long ago. Inform AOL, as well as other places on the web who can take down offensive websites and pages. I've really shot myself in the foot, and I am sorry. Not only am I mad at myself for being such a complete, enraged a-hole, but my rage against those jerks who put that
Did
page
you
up in
really
the first
think
place arose
raging
with greater
against
flame
the
because my
trolls
closest
was
friend got
really
hurt
the main
emotionally?
reason why you
That's
drew
you.
that picture
I
to
will see
begin
that
with?
website's demise,
It
or
is
my
not
name
the
isn't Christian
website's
Weston
fault.
Chandler.
You,
Megan,
at the
I'm
end
sorry
of the
for hurting
day,
you.
were the
Megan,
one who
I'm
drew
sorry for
it.
hurting you.
You
Megan,
could have,
I'm sorry
in
for
your
hurting you.
mixed up
Thinking that
emotions,
repeating that phrase was enough
could have.
recompense for Megan. His next email focused on his
and then it just
investigation on
fades.
who
I'm
took the
sorry I
picture
hurt
of
you.
him
I'm
at the
sorry I
game
hurt you.
place, which helped to launch
hurt
this
you.
entire campaign of hate against him. In response, Megan wrote about
You
her shock
screwed it
concerning
up.
her depiction.
You screwed it
I
up.
am very much scarred by that image, and it will never leave me. And
Yep.
I can't decide what's worse. The image in general, or the fact you intentionally drew it and gave it to the webmaster for that site that you hate so much. Not only have you poured gas on the fire by doing that, adding obscenity to the already horrific site, but you have also embarrassed and humiliated me, and degraded and demeaned me, whether you realize it or not. Okay, well look, I am not sure how I
Okay,
feel
well
about you.
look.
So here's
That's
what I
not a
think.
good way
I'd
to
like
start
you
off
just
your
completely
next
leave me
email
alone for a
to
while until
her.
I can sort things out myself, you understand? It's not like I hate you, but I don't see you in the same light anymore. So just leave me be for a while.
Oh wait,
Let me
that
try to
was
recuperate with
from
my few
Megan
other
though.
friends.
Okay.
And maybe we can just start from scratch sometime.
No,
Maybe.
I don't
know.
think this is
It depends
something
on
that
how I feel,
cannot be
okay?
easily
So
mended.
please let me be, and let me see how it goes, okay?
Okay.
Completely misgathering her
I thought that
inference,
was
Chris thought that the
Christian
drawing upset her
responding
so
in
because
that
she was
way, but it
naive about
wasn't.
sex and didn't
That was
truly
my
understand
mistake.
What was being depicted, ironically revealing his own ignorance regarding sex. You may or may not have had much exposure to sexual images, as I've had.
Oh,
so the idea of
no.
a hand job, which was the act drawn there as
Oh,
part of
don't-
outer course
you-
versus
no.
intercourse, was a surprise to you.
No, 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 no. This is not how you retort. You do not just say, oh yes, don't worry though. You might not just have been exposed much to these kind of images. I can teach you a good old lesson about it and whatnot. It's like, no. Did Megan say that she was comfortable with that sort of thing? You should have just got into the head that she felt demeaned. She felt truly violated with the image that you drew of her and uploaded to that site. This is not the way to go. This is not the
I'm
way
sorry.
to go.
If it helps put things into perspective, I
Oh,
can recommend
no,
finding
this is
information on
not
the
how you
internet through this
respond to
educational
something
website
like
I found
this.
through
What are you
adamandeve.com.
doing?
Or I recommend.
What are you
renting a
bloody
40-year-old
doing?
virgin.
Why did you
That
do it
movie
like
touches on
this?
some of the issues around sex and how it can really frustrate an
No,
older virgin who
she
hasn't
did
had the
not
pleasure yet.
ask
Or I can
about
loan you my copy of the
context to
40-year-old
this.
Virgin. The point is allowing
did not
yourself
ask
more
for
exposure to
context.
sex acts to make yourself feel more comfortable with that fact of life. In addition, he defended his
I
actions.
worry about you.
As for the drawings, while I have shoved the text information down their throat in an attempt to drown them in submission, there were too many images of penises. On there. I drew drawings promoting vaginas to go against those dickheads. I did the drawing of sonotube
You should
fucking
not be
roast you.
revealing
I did
this
the
much
drawing of bubbles
information
getting
to
it
her,
from black
especially
sonotube.
when she's
I had the
sad.
idea of pairing them up with a
Such
comic book
shame.
anyway. I did the drawings of
When
Angelica
they've
and
seen
Mary
that kind of
Walsh,
imagery
witch
that
hag,
you have drawn
masturbating,
yourself
and
of
I did draw
her.
the drawing of me giving you a hand job from among my adult fantasies, with your eyes censored to conceal your identity. It was a massive step outside of my boundaries, and I did it out of anger, and I regret having done it.
What kind
And
of
I'm really,
ink?
really
That
sorry.
should have just
But
been.
we all do things in the heat of anger and or out of our boundaries that we end up regretting later.
Yeah, you should have
He
burned that
proceeded to
image
remove all
and not
references
have
to
it
Megan from the
uploaded.
ED page, including replacing the lewd drawing of her with a close-up of her groin. By Christian's reasoning, this succeeded in masking the true identity of the woman in question, even though everyone apart from Chris and Megan still assumed it to be his hypothetical sister. He also took this time to upload the cover of his fictitious PlayStation game, Christian Weston Chandler's Adult Chronicles.
Adult
Megan understandably
Chronicles.
took issue with his latest development.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
So instead of removing that one completely, you just enlarged my crotch. Thanks a lot. Why didn't you just remove it?
Yes.
Well, I'm sorry, but that just makes me more angry. in a
Why
way.
didn't
it's not that actual
you
sex
just
act
remove
that
it?
traumatizes me. It's
Why
the
didn't
fact
you
that
just clear it
fantasize doing
out?
Such things to me when you know.
At the same time, though, I know that with the internet, once you upload something on there, it's oftentimes kept forever. So even if Christian did delete it, there might have been a chance that people have copied that image and will spread it. Months did, but you just gave more fuel to the fire. They should have never, ever uploaded that image. None of those images, in fact, of that kind of nature. They should have never been drawn. I mean, of the real life people. I mean, go ahead and draw any sort of lewd art of your OCs, but not of real people, please. Not of real people, please. My word.
I would never.
This
It's
is
like,
setting me
how do I know you're not
down
going to abduct
such
me
a
and such? That was a
good
figure of
old
speech.
blobby
You know what I
fashion
mean?
hole.
It creeps me out. You have such thoughts about me.
Yes.
It's like you're stalking me.
Yes.
So you really need to back off.
It's very
Yes, I think
discomforting.
it's rather amusing how you complain of those people defiling you. Yes, many posts are ridiculous, but you have
Yes.
defiled Mary Walsh and
Yes.
our wonderful security officers who were simply
Yes.
doing their job. Then you defiled me
Mhm.
and lied about it. You need to stop with this mindset that the whole world's against you and start taking some
Yes.
responsibility for once.
Yes.
Example, it's wrong to hate those people when you broke the rule by soliciting/loitering.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, at least they're doing their job, and I support that. In an attempt to find a resolution to the issue, Chris sent an email to the Wikimedia Foundation, founders of Wikipedia, the online encyclopedia, and
Okay.
creators of the templates and technology that enabled other Wikipedia-like websites to be founded. He asked if it were possible for them to take down the page due to the culture of bullying it produced, only to be told that Encyclopedia Dramatica was not part of Wikimedia,
Nope.
and thus they were helpless in the matter.
Nope, that's
Chris
right.
once
It's
again
a
emailed
whole
Megan, the
entirely
rating ED,
different domain.
upset that the authors of the page assumed that the woman was his imaginary sister, who shared the name of his imaginary daughter, hence theorizing that Christian wanted to impregnate his mother, so he could successfully have intercourse with his daughter, who was also his sister.
That is such a blobby mouthful that the documentary just said right there. And as for the context, foreshadowing.
He also revealed that drawing that image may have in fact prevented something even more heinous. As for the drawing itself, I've realized that it was done not only out of inspired fantasy, angst against ED, and love for you, but also a major release for my crazy, mixed-up hormones. If I didn't have the foresight to put my pent-up frustrations and feelings in the form of something, I might have become an abusive maniac.
Okay, so you needed to draw something of that kind of nature because you were feeling pent up. that you were feeling crazy, mixed up, and all that kind. But here's the thing. Here's a question that I'm sure I already asked before within this whole entire thing. Why did you upload it to the internet? You could have, Christian could have kept that image to themselves. If they drew it that way. I still don't like the idea of drawing someone in that nature, especially someone that I know closely that aren't comfortable with that sort of thing. But if they wanted to draw it for pent-up frustrations, if they wanted to do anything of that nature, I mean, it's sickening that they did it of someone they knew. But they should never have uploaded it online. They should have never done it in the first place. Oh, this is...
So thank God for allowing me to release my bottled up frustration.
This whole series. We're only on episode 5. I'm this pent up by watching it.
Method. Be the release as it may.
I'm
I am
so
hurting
bloody pent up from this.
So much more than you can be, because I have been taking the abuse from those jerks on
boo-hoo,
ET.
you're hurting so much
He
more.
insisted that if they ignore
What about the
webpage,
people that are
the
basically
interest and forget about them.
affected by
In the
your
meantime,
mistakes?
Disgusted by everyone accusing him of
Oh.
having incestuous desires, Chris made it explicitly clear that the woman in the drawing was in fact his friend Megan, editing the phrase, drawing pictures of himself having sex with his imaginary twin sister, to drawing pictures of himself having sex with his lost sailor soldier, Megan, who dumped his sorry ass for drawing the pic of him fucking her. She never even had any inkling of interest in him. What an intolerable, sad sack
don't
loser.
be like
He
this
also tried to
either.
remove the
Don't
drawing
try
from the
to have
site,
people
which
pity
admins
you like
continually
this.
simply re-uploaded. On March 22nd, Christian wrote to Megan, I've deleted all of the original blogs months ago, just to let you know. I can understand how you're feeling against me now, but it really hurts me and makes me
I'm
sad that you
surprised
don't want me
that
close to you.
Megan
I'm just a lonely, old-feeling
is
fool who
still
needs closure
allowing
once in a
messages
while,
from
and my mother
Christian
and
at this
father won't
point.
be around forever. I love to see you smile. I love to see you happy. And I love seeing the sweet, honest, tender, and carefree kind of gal who is Megan Schroeder.
Oh,
But
you
now
screwed up
I'm
that
barred from
relationship
you
a
for big
long
mistake
time
I
ago.
made, that I have taken a great deal of responsibility through trying to undo it, through taking down the previous
And
pages
adding
leading up
more to the
it,
mix,
through a
which
month
you
full of
shouldn't
stress,
have.
tears, loneliness, and too many moments standing by myself. Remember some time ago, you jested that you wanted me to give up my heart to you? Well, basically, I had already done that just after you and I met. My heart still cries for you. Not a moment passes by when I don't have a tender, caring, or worried thought about you. Although I do understand your feelings, and I can only respect your wish of staying away from you. Sob, sob. My heart still cries for you.
Sob.
I'll always be worrying about you, and I will always love you, Megan Schroeder.
None of these words. These are like very empty
There was little more
words.
he could do to save their relationship.
Nope.
As their meetings at the game place continued to be strained and awkward, as she only permitted them to interact in order for her to repay him for the eBay items he had purchased for her.
Oh,
On
really?
April 20th, she emailed him. I can't put this behind me because I don't feel comfortable around you anymore, especially since you said you drew that so you wouldn't do anything stupid.
Yep.
What does that mean? Abducting me and raping me? I'm afraid I can't trust you anymore. I'm sorry, but I don't like being around men like that. So I don't know what to say right now. But maybe you shouldn't give me anything for my birthday. I hate my birthdays and prefer not to be reminded of them. By the end of April, Megan had severed all ties with Chris.
Oh,
As a
thank
result of his
goodness.
adoration for her, he had created a veritable shrine for Megan in his room, comprised of her own drawings that she gave him, figurines, pictures, and other media which were inspired by his desire for her.
Oh,
Over the coming
jeez.
years, the shrine slowly dissipated.
Okay. Well,
As an expression
I'm
of
glad
humility,
that she got
he
away
uploaded an
from
image
that.
gallery called, you know what? I hate me too, onto his ED page, which comprised of a selection of images from his comics, wherein he depicted himself getting beaten up, downtrodden, and looking unflattering. To add insult to injury, Michael Snyder, the manager of the game place, banned Chris from the store for 2 weeks. Most likely.
Yep, and this again is not going to be the last instance in which Michael Snyder is a part of this saga.
likely due to his frequent outbursts of racism towards the African American children and the
What?
temper tantrums he threw whenever he lost, which
What?
eventually resulted in an overall drop. in
Okay, I
patronage.
forgot about that
In May,
detail,
seemingly
actually.
moving on from the events of the previous 2
Oh,
months, Chris uploaded
jeez.
a gallery of photos onto the Adult Swim message boards of his Rock Band guitar controller, which he custom painted in the theme of the cartoon character Meatwad from the Adult Swim show Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Oh,
On
Meatwad.
May 11th,
Run.
he was officially baptized at the Wesley United Methodist Church.
Oh.
In early June, troubles with Chris at the game place escalated to the point that Michael Snyder permanently banned him from the establishment after he
Oh.
got into a shouting match with a younger black customer. In retaliation, Christian called over his parents, so Snyder called the police.
Jeez. What the bloody hell was Christian saying? Oh my word. Oh. So, yeah. Christian was a bit of a racist. Don't know if that's still the case now, but oh. That's what you get for being very, very uncouth to other people within that game place. You get what you deserve.
After this expulsion, the only form of regular social interaction he had left were his church activities. On June 11th, Chris emailed a game place regular to ask if they could meet so he could pass the individual a German-English dictionary he got for Megan's birthday, against her wishes, which would then be delivered to her on Chris's behalf.
Oh, jeez.
On June 25th, Brittany, who was someone who had become aware of Christian's antics online, wrote a lengthy email addressed to him in the hopes of convincing him to change his ways and move beyond always using his autism as a crutch. In
Yeah,
July,
that's
Chris sent
right.
a letter of apology to Michael Snyder, which was duly ridiculed and laughed at by the staff and knowing clientele. On August 3rd, Christian uploaded a YouTube video addressing the trolls who were making fun of him and blaming ED for the end of his relationship with Megan, threatening to cease publication of the upcoming Sonichu issue
It
7
wasn't
until the page was
Encyclopedia
taken down.
Dramatica
Throughout the video,
that
he
ruined the
uses his
relationship.
glasses
It might
and
have
hands
been
for cartoon-like
a
theatrics
small
to
part of
dramatically
it,
emphasize
but it
his
was
message.
all you. It was, a lot of it was all you.
I present an open message to each and every one of you. Y'all should know me by now, but if you don't, I am Christian Weston Chandler, the original creator of Sonichu, the Electric Hedgehog Pokemon, back on March 17th, 2000. Any dates earlier are void. I have a whole bunch of people on the internet give me hate. Show me a lot of hate. And I do not appreciate it. Takes me off. Y'all think I'm just a sap, a chump,
Christian just
dumbass,
fed
whatever you may
more to the
think.
fire.
but you know what?
This is not the last video response that they will do back then. It is not going to be the last one.
The shitheads.
Yeah.
He once again reiterates that he is not a homosexual, nor is he a pedophile.
Every one of you who thinks I'm homo and calls me that because I am not, I'm straight.
No,
I'm
no.
straight. You're the homos. Every
Oh,
last one of you.
jeez.
I am not a pedophork, you dorks.
Pedophile.
He
I
expresses
forgot
his
that
disgust for the pornographic
they
images others have
described
uploaded
it in
onto
that
the
way,
ED page,
pedophork.
stating that he prefers vaginas, referring to them by the euphemism China.
The hatred I'm
Oh,
getting from
maze.
every last one of you who has contributed to that Encyclopedia Dramatica webpage. And every other forum, internet document, lewdly drawn pictures with dicks. I love dykes.
Yeah.
China.
Oh.
If I see a dick,
Oh,
I just look away
I forgot
with a
that
moment of being
that they said
freaked
it like
out.
that. Oh, this hurts
Confirms
my
once and for all
blobby
the identity of the
brain.
woman pictured in She Came for Quick.
And by the way, that is not Crystal, whose eyes are censored. That is Megan.
No, you should have kept this.
And just for
Oh.
taking it up and twisting it around and such.
You drew it.
If I ever do find the one that is to be my sweetheart, I will give her such care, such tenderness, such love. We get around to hanky-panky, that's fine. That's good. We get married. I will have my God called daughter. She will be taken care of lovingly. Those of you who mock me otherwise with such frivolous, lucrative adultery.
I don't think adultery is what you have,
If I ever
what it
hear
means.
any more new stuff, it will weigh on your conscience with me tearing at your souls
Oh no.
emotionally.
Oh no. And then the glasses put them back.
Any other thoughts that you may have, but if you dare twist these words around,
This is only the
that will
beginning
make
of
worse on your
all of these
conscience.
overly
The words
dramatic
that I
video
provide
responses to all of the
from
trolls.
sound mind,
Oh, you can hear a car in the
heart.
background.
it will weigh heavily on you.
Oh. Oh,
It
jeez.
will weigh heavily on you.
The intimidation factor
2
is
days later,
beyond
the Christian
comprehension.
page was declared the article of the now
Oh.
on Encyclopedia Dramatica. The following day, Chris emailed Bill O'Reilly from Fox News, Dateline NBC, and NBC Nightly News about his conflict with Encyclopedia Dramatica.
Oh no,
apparently for the second
they
time.
messaged
I
them
was to re-report
directly.
the heinous webpage of worst levels of mockery
Oh,
against me. This webpage has
jeez.
been haunting me since it originated around Halloween 2007.
blobby
I have
hell.
previously reported it, but no response. He implicated Jason Kendrick Howell as the creator of the page, declaring him the head troll, and directed the majority of his hatred towards him. He also recorded another video, urging
no,
fans
not
of
at the-
Sonichu to help take down the ED page,
Oh,
under the
no.
impression that he had more fans than he actually did.
Attention,
Oh no.
all Sonichu fans on the internet who do not hate me, Christian Weston Chandler.
Oh, they
For
got a
I have an
haircut.
important message for y'all. If y'all would actually like me to bring up new stuff for Sonichu and conclude the stories, you can do so by having that Encyclopedia Dramatica page taken down so that I can feel more comfortable in drawing and coloring the comics that y'all have grown to love. If you want to send all your complaints for me not doing the work that I should be doing, you can send every last complaint to the one called Jason Kendrick Howe.
Or you can disregard all of those trolls. You can just basically ignore them. You could not pay attention to them, don't interact with them, do not answer back to any of them, and just go about your merry day. You can just then be clean of everything involved and just continue drawing your Sonic Shoe comics. But as we all know, that's not what they did.
Also known as How Games or Liquid Snake. For he is, and I quote, in an email he sent me, the creator of the Encyclopedia Dramatica ED page for me.
He urges everyone to send their hate to Kendrick Howell.
And that's for you, Jason Kendrick Howe. As sure as I am to get at least 1 ounce of vagina,
Don't say it like
I
that!
have your number, and you're going down.
Oh my word.
2 days later, Chris celebrated the apparent fall of ED. In reality, the website was experiencing frequent outages and slow load times due to the increased site popularity.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen,
So
on the
basically it
internet,
was like the
to all the Sonic
Streisand
fans,
effect.
I am pleased to announce that the Encyclopedia Dramatica, not only the webpage, but the whole freaking website's going down. And to make sure it definitely goes down and stays down, do not donate any money to that website. Especially if you want to see the more adventures of Sonichu that I am conjuring up in my mind and drawing up.
As a reward for all the hard work his fandom had put in, he previewed unfinished drawings of a joke referencing the cartoon series Family Guy to be featured in Sonichu issue 7.
DV14, just for the sketch, just like the Family Guy show. Let's go, Ghostbusters! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go, Ghostbusters! Let's go!
Wait, is that
He
supposed to
also
be Peter
inserted references
Griffin?
to the 1986 Filmation animated series Ghostbusters, unrelated to the
Oh.
Columbia Pictures movie franchise, nor its subsequent animated adaptation, The Real Ghostbusters.
I love how they actually called it the real Ghostbusters instead of the Hanna-Barbera Ghostbusters.
Upon reading on people's focus on Christian's Sonichu medallion and some people's purported desire to steal it or destroy it, he created a small number of so-called decoy medallions with distinctively thicker facial markings, which he intended to give to any bad actors who wanted to steal his original medal. There are unconfirmed reports that in August, a 4chan user met Christian in person and convinced him to hand over his Sonichu medallion. The users of the forum site analyzed his attached photo and determined that he was in fact given a decoy. Through some email exchanges, Christian found an acquaintance in Robert Simmons V, who was in fact an anti-troll who gained Chris's trust by supporting his actions and creating a persona that possessed similar personality traits. He even resorted to filming videos announcing his support for Chris and his love for Sonichu, all while touting a yellow-colored Sonic necklace.
Good evening, citizens of YouTube. I must be quiet because it's at night. I don't want to wake up my parents, so please forgive me for not talking loud, and I hope all you can hear me.
Oh, that almost sounded like it was the same volume as what I normally do.
And confessed his adoration for Meg Griffin from Family Guy. She is not ugly. She has always been a beautiful catch in my eyes. I just do not understand how anyone would see Megan as ugly, and I feel it is very pitiful that Seth MacFarlane would make her the punching bag of most everyone else on the show, when clearly she does not deserve such torturous punishment. I am in the same boat as she is, if you think about it. I'm the punching bag of the jerks on ED.
Really? You're in the same ballpark as Meg Griffin.
Lol, meaning laugh out loud.
I think you're stretching it a little bit. I think you may be projecting a little bit.
Which is obviously not good. He also admitted Robert into his elite list of men whom he does not hate. Also on August 12th, since there seemed to be an influx of women online who showed interest in chatting with Chris, he emailed his parish reverend, Elizabeth Foss, asking if she would be willing to vet any incoming communications so she could tell him whether the women were honest or trollsome. On August 15th, he recorded and uploaded another video addressed to his supposed fanbase, conceding that Encyclopedia Dramatica has not fallen.
This is an official update to all the loyal Sonichu fans on the internet and everywhere else.
Well,
first off, while the Encyclopedia Dramatica page, the whole website, they did manage to get their ill-gotten money, but I say, screw them.
Did you just flip it off?
So anyway,
he addresses the scheme trolls had to steal his medallion.
Well, I have been hearing the rumor of the medallion stealing, as you can see. It's still on me, man. Ain't nobody gonna get it off me, cause more security measures have been taken. This one might be the real one, this one might be the false one. How are you to know? That's to your own understanding.
Chris implores his fans to contact Nintendo and Sega about producing Sonichu-related merchandise.
What you can do to see all this in fruition and officially approved distribution, you go to Nintendo.com. If you have an account, or if you don't have an account, you get yourself signed up for free. Talk about Sonichu. Build up more hype in their forums everywhere. Send them emails.
I don't think Sonichu would be a good character to actually make merchandise of, simply because it's a combination of both Sonic and Pikachu.
Send them the emails, handwritten letters.
I don't think that's something that you can make merchandise from unless it was non-official.
Know about the hype. Send them your personal requests and everywhere. Tell them to talk to me. They both, Nintendo of America and Sega of America, they know my address and my phone number. They have it in their systems.
Do they?
So talk to them.
No.
Have them talk to me.
No, they don't.
Bring the idea to fruition.
Do you believe they're both male too? That is true. Hello, gentlemen, outrage greetings and salutations. Welcome. Hope you're doing well.
Imagination of one JK Productions, who launched their own blog documenting the supposed development of their own Sonichu the game.
Oh yeah?
Chris gave them his full support, unknowingly endorsing an elaborate
jerk cops,
with JK being a common acronym for just kidding.
Oh, just kidding. I thought it was like jerk cops.
Bob wrote a letter for Chris. In stark contrast to the one he had written during Christian's early childhood, this was much more brief, but nevertheless still hopeful and optimistic about Chris's future.
Oh, really?
Dear Christian, At this time in life, you and Sonichu need a quest and purpose in life. Let Sonichu become a champion for autistic persons everywhere and continually defeat the perils of autism. Sonichu could become the spokesperson for autistic persons, with an ongoing fight for them in chapter after chapter, or good deeds on the internet. He could become the spokesperson from now on. You and Sonichu could become famous worldwide.
Well, they are technically famous for not that reason, though.
On August 19th, a 3-member group created an online female persona by the name of Blanca Weiss, whose name was derived from the Spanish and German words for white. According to her story, she was working on her own comic book and created her own character called Jigglyami, a singing Pokemon based on the Pokemon Jigglypuff. She relayed this information to Chris via email and encouraged him to have her featured in a future Sonichu issue. Chris was beyond impressed with her and later made a full-body colored drawing of Jigglyami, which he wanted to send to her home address, but she declined. In order to gain her trust,
Jigglyami almost just looked just like Rosachu.
Pasting large sections from his various social media accounts. In return, the trolls sent him a photograph of a woman as evidence of the veracity of her character and talked more about her backstory.
That was a
Chris
fake
admitted
one.
that she was growing on him. By the next day, he was already working on a scene in the comic starring Jigglyami. Blanca retorted by sending him the lyrics for a song meant to be performed by Jigglyami. He also crafted a custom Jigglyami
I was wondering what that face was when I originally saw it.
That he was almost finished Sonichu issue 7, and that he would feature Blanca and Robert Simmons V in special interview segments. Chris mentioned that he helped Robert overcome some problems regarding his own love quest, such as abandoning the idea of an attraction sign. I later realized that a sign made me look retarded, so I stopped a long time ago.
The R word, how could you?
Himself in the center of an open area.
I've said in the past myself.
He stated, under the impression that the Axe body spray would have the same result as is demonstrated in their infamous ad campaign, where women would uncontrollably throw themselves at a man spraying himself with Axe.
I don't know about that anymore. Those were sexist.
I don't know how to describe the way I feel
Oh my word.
It, but from looking at
I tried Axe once.
Oh yeah. Or, oh my god.
Or a couple of times.
I think you can understand.
Not as good as those commercials made it out to be, that's for sure.
Sonichu issue 7, completed on
then
August
again,
20th.
Me wearing cologne of any kind,
Chris and Megan on the
if it's
court,
way too potent, it just affects me so badly.
Setting him up with Megaji.
So badly.
Bionic and Megaji's displays of affection almost bring Christian to tears, because it reminds him of his loneliness and virginity, but is comforted by Megan. They ask Magi-chan and Sonichu about pinpointing
Sega keeps us all locked in the underground super vault guarded by monks and wizards. Only monks and wizards, though? I feel like they need a paladin as well. Maybe a good old-fashioned cleric? Or maybe a druid? Maybe throw in a rogue and a good old-fashioned barbarian?
Touched it last. They would know where to
I feel like they need the entire D&D party and more to really keep that thing secret, keep that thing safe.
Was a basketball, but it was actually a Sonichu crystal. Christian randomly transitions into a sketch stylized after the cartoon series.
You know what? That's probably the most.
Family Guy creator Seth MacFarlane full permission to implement this idea in a.
That's probably the most accurate-looking Chris-chan that we have seen in this entire comic.
Future episode of his show. The sketch in question is the one that was previewed in an earlier video, in which Chris, stylized as Family Guy's Peter Griffin, is incorporated into the setting of Filmation's Ghostbusters cartoon.
It wasn't Filmation's? I thought it was Hanna-Barbera. I guess I got that fact wrong.
Retrieve Crystal. He encapsulates the three into a time sphere that brings them back to Chris's time in Manchester High School. Their arrival is witnessed by his high school friend, Kelly Andes. Current-day Chris happens upon 14-year-old Chris, who has a conversation with his friend, Joseph Herring, depicted as having an acne-ridden face, despite all known photos of him.
Those are some pimples for sure.
Handsome. Chris is hit in the head by the crystal, and Sonichu discreetly catches it, avoiding any possible temporal tampering. Cartoon characters Beavis and Butthead are also briefly featured in a cameo appearance. They proceed to bring the crystal back to the present day, but the time sphere abruptly stops. Chris
the convoluted plot lines of this whole entire Sonichu thing is way potent.
Shenhui stopped. The crystal's power made him able to pass through my sphere. The crystals activated like rockets upon his friction from the stop, and he was propelled into the void of time.
Not
There's
the
nothing we
void
can
of
do for him
time.
right now. All we can do is wait for a time warp to pen, and if I sense his presence at that moment, there is a chance I can go in and retrieve him. The time warp may open at any random time in the future. Christian's self-imposed exclusion from the storyline was in order to satisfy the many people
it almost looks
online
like Christian
telling us that
Western
the
Chandler
Sonichu
almost
comics
has a
primarily
beard with
focused on
that
Chris
shot.
rather than the eponymous
Like a
hero.
little
Sonichu then
one of those
informs
stubby
Roastu of the
beards.
situation, stating that Chris will survive and will be, in a sense, watching over them like God. They embrace, with Chris depicting Roastu's panties under her skirt. in order
Thanks
to
for the
defy all
fan
claims that he
service.
is a homosexual. Meanwhile, in the time void, Chris possibly absorbs the two crystals into his hands, which cause his mind to flood with memories from his recent real-life past, which clash with the thoughts of the comic book Chris, drawing the episode to a close.
Okay.
The comic segues into a special section devoted to the goings-on of KCWC radio station, hosted by DJ Jamsta Sonichu and his girlfriend,
DJ
Lalisa
Jamsta
Roastu. He
Sonichu?
introduced Jigliami and her cute manager, Blanca. Jigliami is portrayed with a medallion bearing her own likeness around her neck. Lalisa then conducts an in-depth interview with Robert Simmons V, who is said to resemble Chris in many ways. On the day issue 7 was released, Christian finished drawing the cover for the Spring Break special issue 8,
yeah,
which
there
he
we
sent to
go.
Blanca. For this issue, he changed the name of the comic to Roastu. Towards the end of August, Evan Christopher George uploaded a Sonichu-related creation, which he called Simonchu, which, according to his
Simonchu?
official biography, was originally a Pikachu that was raised by a swarm of Pokemon called Beedrill. Despite the drills in lieu of hands design bearing resemblance to that of Beedrill, the character's name, red goggles, and drills are derived from
Gurren
Simon,
Lagann.
as seen in the anime series Gurren Lagann. Evan decided to email his creation to Chris in the hopes of it being included in a future issue of Sonichu. However, Chris rejected the idea, instead adapting the character into a new ground/bug-type female creation called Simone Roastu, mistaking Simonchu's goggles for infrared eyelids and his cape for a shell. 2 days later, Christian uploaded a video describing his role in the development of the Sonichu video game by JK.
That's a little bit of a low blow if you ask me.
Alright.
Taking a character basically that they sent that was a different depiction of Sonichu and just adapting it into a new character.
My associates who are in on the Sonichu game that's in development. I'm still thinking about the story very much. I got a big chunk of the stories in my head. It's gonna be like multiple stories, like, you know, we'll go through multiple characters, all the original Sonichu and Roastu hedgehogs. Once we get the game project off the ground, hopefully with the assistance of Nintendo of America and Sega of America, there will definitely be the release of the official Sonichu merchandise, including officially released and distributed manufactured medallions for one thing. Copies of my my CWC on TV DVD that you've seen only a few bits of on the YouTube and such, and as well as possible Sonichu action figures.
He mentions that the Sonichu
this never came into fruition, by the way, in case anyone was wondering. No video games, no merchandise of that magnitude, no made medallions like Christian's right here.
Bubbles. Everybody love Bubbles? Bubbles is the bubbly one! Anyway, yeah. Some should get more wet. I mean, all the hedgehogs will go through all the same levels, except variation. Bubbles will mostly be able to swim. Somewhat underwater versions of those levels. And a Juck, you know, she'll be flying high. Casting off wing attacks.
I could have phrased that as flying while high.
He reveals that Black Sonichu's name
I don't know if any game has done something like that, flying into the sky while high.
Connotations of the name.
You'll definitely have to put in the content warning. Drugs.
I'm changing it for his nickname, as it will be revealed in the upcoming Spring Break issue. Everybody have fun on Spring Break.
Spring Break. Actually, I shouldn't say it like that.
Simply Blake. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, Blake's farting around with Bubbles.
Why do you have to phrase it like that and encourage my community?
But Bubbles likes to try to think that she can keep it to herself. Like, you know, she has like, you know, ooh, she turned on by the dark side of the Force. And all the nuttiness that Blake will want to bring with him.
He talks about Blanca and her involvement in his personal and creative life.
You know, it's nice to know that I actually do have a good gal pal that I've made over the internet recently.
You think so,
inspired character. She was inspired by me. Her inspired character I've given my full approval of and introduced in the comic I just uploaded to what is now can also be considered to be sideshow.net. Nothing but net.
Oh,
Screw
yeah.
.com, I got the net. Yeah. She herself is the original character of the new bubblegum pop star, Jiggly Yummy. Jiggly Yummy. Yeah.
Oh,
So, like,
you'll know soon enough that it's
possible
all an
she may,
act.
she
It
and I
is
may actually
all a
meet in the
blobby
future,
act.
But, I don't have any future plans as of this point, but you know, I think I'll feel better with my future set when I have my sweetheart. So, thank you very much, every one of you, for your patronage, and I hope you all have a pleasant day.
Christian's newfound infamy brought him much stress and hardship, with him hardly being able to cope with the constant barrage of trolling, getting ever more challenging to discern what was false.
Christian almost looks like an entirely different
what was an
person in this
advice,
one.
and what was an insult. But he still had his principles, his dreams, and ambitions to see himself through the most trying period of his life.
Another episode done. We off. What? How many more episodes are there? 80 more? Well, that's just lovely. That's just blobby lovely that we still got that many amount of episodes, so... Whew, I did not think that the episode was going to start off again with just what they said. Oh, so many things just packed into one comprehensive episode. It was so bad. Again, I hope none of you have had to experience these sort of turmoils. And if you did, just don't do any actions that they have done. In this case, that they have gotten done in this regard. Let this be a lesson on how not to interact with trolls. How not to let them get to you. How you could just push it off to the side and just continue to do your own work. Do what makes you blobby happy. And it could have been so much more simpler, but no. I am not rebranding as Cuddly Chew. Do not get that idea in my blobby head. Oh, do not get that blobby idea in my head. All right, I think we're going to go with one more episode. Part 6 is, I think, what we're going to do next here. So let's go ahead to this one. And let's see. Covers the Blanca saga, the quote-unquote sexualization of Christian Sonic Shoe comics, and the Jimmy Hill saga. This one runs at about 44 minutes and 43 seconds. So let's get this up on the screen. And then we can be done with another one of these streams. There we go. There we go.
What made him this way?
Yes.
What is the attraction?
Yes.
What keeps us fascinated?
So many things.
This is the story of Chris Chan.
Dun, 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 dun. Just one more episode, Cuddly. That's all you have to deal with until the last Thursday of June. You're almost there, buddy.
Towards the end of August 2008, hoping to further develop their relationship, Christian emailed Blanca asking about her opinion on pornography, admitting that he had seen his fair share.
No, that's something that you shouldn't really be discussing with someone just out of the blue, especially with someone that is acting like one in order to be a troll to you.
Or at least have a video call.
Oh, this is starting off
He also
great
mentioned
already.
An alleged recent interaction with Megan. If you recall my gal pal, Megan Schroeder, I've chatted with her earlier tonight.
Oh, you
She has
did?
forgiven me for my mistake.
Oh, yeah?
She's doing well, and she has been going out with a volunteer fireman for about over a month now. It's okay. Although I had her at I love you when I lost her then, I can still be happy for her successes as a true friend.
That's great.
He let Blanca know that he had gotten used to the existence of the Encyclopedia Dramatica page, but
Oh,
was still tormented
good.
by the images of a transgender Rosechew.
Oh.
She is all woman. She was born with and still has her God-given vagina and both ovaries. I would seriously really wish and like very much see all the dicked up images removed from the page and replaced with more accurate fan art of Rosechew with vagina.
You know, when you put yourself out there, when you put your creations out there on the internet, there are always going to be, in some way, shape, or form, bound to be people that will make artwork that depicts your character in a way that you didn't originally intend. And oftentimes, as like, for example, if I were to get created by someone in regards to a particular kink, so to speak, oftentimes you just have to just shrug and say, hey, okay then, that's the way it's gotta be. As long as they don't, oh, I don't want to push any wagons, but yeah, you just gotta shrug it off. As much if it pains you to see that sort of imagery, you just gotta shrug it off, not even engage with it, just acknowledge that it's there, that it happened, and just move on with your blubby day oftentimes.
Not only that, but it seriously ticked me when just after I found the page back in November 07, I received in emails a few copies of those particular images. Then I distinctly, right to the point,
You got to combat with your own art. Not in the way that Christian did.
Of the ED page to remove their
Not in the
pickled
way
images.
Christian
Only
did.
if they would replace their dickheadedness with
that would just
honest,
add more fuel to the
God-blessed
fire
images
for
of
them. That
Rosechew
would
with
give them more
Virginia
ideas.
and absolutely no frigging penis.
Plus, I do not trust my artistic
Blanca
abilities in
revealed
that
their
way.
relationship was in fact
Oh,
growing
they would
stronger, and
roll
sent
over
another
that
photo of
so
what she
much.
claimed to be herself to Chris, to further
That's not
persuade him
them.
of her
That's not
genuineness.
them.
This convinced
That's a
him to provide
fake.
her with his
That's
home
someone
phone
else's
number.
picture.
Christian also informed her of his scheme to combat images of Rosechew with a penis by making his own sexual drawings of a truly female Rosechew. Blanca then
See, gentlemen Eldritch, you gotta command it with your own art, and that's what they are doing. That is what the whole description that they brought up for this video, the sexualization of Sonic Jew comics. Whoop-de-blubbity-doo, I can't wait.
encouraged him to proclaim his intentions in a YouTube video. On September 2nd, 2008, in order to replace the sexual imagery of which he disapproved, Christian uploaded 9 nude drawings of Rosechew in a variety of sexual situations. Many of these drawings were actually traced from pre-existing erotic renderings of characters such
I'm
as
glad
Minnie
that-
Rose from Sonic the Hedgehog.
Hey!
2 days later,
Did you
JK
plagiarize
Productions
that?
claimed that they had received a cease and desist order from both Sega and Nintendo due to the unauthorized use of the likeness of their characters.
Yeah.
The artists, in response, drastically redesigned the main characters. For example, Sonichu was reimagined as Reginald the Anteel, which was a crossbreed of an anteater and an eel, who sported a dashing suit with a pickle in his breast pocket. Rosechew was similarly replaced by an anteel with gay overtones. Chris was also supplanted by a voluptuous female version of himself. These drastic changes convinced
that's
Chris
something
to
I
end his
didn't think I would
relationship
see.
with JK Productions, mistaking the anteels for aardvarks. In the face of what has
Aardvarks?
been long established, Christian published episode 17 of Sonichu issue 8 before the whole comic was completed. Rather than the supposed
Wait, is this the
free
music
break
that
theme,
Just
episode
Stop uses
17
in
came
the
about as a
outro?
direct response to the recent drama concerning ED
Oh no.
and 4chan,
Yep.
resulting in a
It's the
sex-filled and
swimsuit. Oh
surprisingly pornographic
no.
offering. Due to the shocking nature of its content, the episode was originally available in 3 different versions.
Oh,
based
you
on
say?
the TV parental guidelines devised
You don't
by
say.
the Federal Communications Commission, or the FCC. TVY7.
Yes, it is
which
time for an
contained
awful
non-graphic
adventure.
content, TV14, which included sexual acts with the nudity censored, and TVMA, which was the uncut and uncensored version.
Oh,
Before the
sweet
prologue,
blobby
Chris inserts
Jesus.
a disclaimer in which Sonichu and Rosechu state to the audience that they are over the age of 18.
Well,
and
that's
gives a warning
good.
as to what will shortly be witnessed.
Even though they're fictional,
We,
that's still
Christian Weston
good.
Chandler, and everyone of this hand-drawn series fully support safe sex and the proper use of condoms during vaginal/penile intercourse.
I wish you
Sonichu
didn't
also
phrase it
promotes
like
the idea
that.
of sex and dating education classes in schools to better prepare youngsters for their first flirts with courtship. The story begins with Sonichu and Rosechu preparing to make love.
Oh,
Sonichu
great.
mentions
Yo,
that
go,
he
thank you for
purchased
censoring
double excellent
Sonichu's
condoms because
bunions.
his
That's
penis is
really
7 inches long.
considerate.
Chris then proceeds to explain the sexual anatomy of Sonichu
No,
and Rosechu,
why?
which for
This
the most
isn't
part
this.
are identical to the human
I hope no
equivalent.
teacher ever has
With
to
the help of
teach
diagrams, he goes on to explain
this kind of
sexual intercourse
thing
between two
in the
electric hedgehog
sexual
Pokemon of opposite genders,
health
and once
course
again promotes the
in
practice
middle
of safe
school.
sex. The scene once again returns to the lovemaking.
I
Chris offers a
hope
depiction
no
of
no
Sonichu's
teacher
penis's
ever
point of view
showcases
as it
this
enters
for
Rosechu's
the
mouth.
history
They go through
of the
several
anatomy
positions during their lovemaking.
or just
The
how to
TV14
perform it.
version superimposes a banana over Sonichu's penis, an orange slice over Rosechu's vagina,
Oh,
and blue
jeez.
stars over her nipples.
No,
After
why
the
couldn't you
compilation,
censor it
Rosechu
more?
explores a website called 4cent Garbage, a representation of both Encyclopedia Dramatica and 4chan.
4
He
cents
discovers that
garbage.
the people there were uploading lewd drawings of Rosechu and other Rosechus possessing male genitalia. She is angered by it, while Sonichu mistakes the drawings for photographs and falls ill and faints. She puts him to bed to rest. She then decides
Oh no,
to take her own
Rosechu
arousing photographs,
has
which happen to
a
be the
pickle.
images which Christian had previously
No,
posted on
I
TV.
can't
In
handle
the
Rosechu
TV14
having a
edition,
pickle.
her bare body
No
was concealed
pickles,
by a red
please.
bikini that Chris drew in
Don't handle
presumably
that
the Microsoft
pickle.
Paint computer
It could
art program.
squirt.
To her dismay, her efforts were for naught, as only more anatomically incorrect images of her appear on 4cent Garbage.
Yeah.
So Sonichu and Rosechu travel to the 4cent Garbage building.
Of course,
with
this
Wild
is
Sonichu joining
this
in
would
to
be
search
the
for
way to
next
go about
Sonichu
this
crystal.
sort of
Sonichu
injustice.
and Rosechu aim to confront the boss of the corporation, who goes by the name Jason, signifying Jason
Jason!
Kendrick Howell. Chris
Oh, yeah,
creatively
Jason
hints at his surname
Kendrick
by
Howell.
referencing characters Lovey and Thurston Howell from the 1960s TV show
Oh.
Gilligan's Island.
Who would have thought that
Meanwhile,
Gilligan's
while Sonichu
Island would be
turns
ever a
invisible,
part of
they
the
enter the building
Sonic
and ask a
Shoe
devil-like creature called
universe?
Theo, who is working as a receptionist, where to find Jason. He states that
Why
they
does
need to
that
take the elevator to
devil
floor
have such a
66
big
plus 6.
pointy chin?
The pair go up the elevator and witness the various goings-on of each floor.
Oh,
Rosechu attacks
no.
someone who was uploading an image of her with male genitalia, and Christian briefly comes out of the time void to punch a man viewing
I
the
come out
depiction
of the
Chris
time
using
loop
an
so I can do
oversized drinking
this.
straw, which was a parody of a Sonichu comic panel. Many of the images in the sequence were lifted by Chris right out of ED. In the uncensored version, they witnessed more provocative activities, such as pictures of Sonic characters in sexual settings,
Oh,
which
great.
apparently excite Sonichu.
Give it to a
Cartoon
good
pornography
pal.
of the upper floors, in fact, arouses both Sonichu and
Come
Rosechu, who
on.
then begin to kiss.
Oh,
On the
yeah,
70th
okay.
floor, they witness the destruction of an Xbox game console, which is referred to as a Hexbox, highlighting
Hexbox.
Christian's hatred of the gaming system.
Why?
Meanwhile,
Because it gives you
Wild
the ring
locates the
ring of
crystal, which overrides his
gingivitis?
camouflage powers. The protagonists finally reach the 72nd floor and are greeted
Why
by an
didn't they
ominous
stop at
Jason, draped
69?
in a dark hooded cloak with, apart from one eye,
Oh,
his face
yeah, that's
concealed
a
by
nice
shadows.
hand
He is
gesture that you're
accompanied by his
exhibiting.
leashed, slave-like girlfriend crawling on the floor.
Oh, great.
Sonichu and Rosechu politely request that the Christian page be taken down,
Uh-huh.
stating that the page goes against the values of the United States and her citizens. Jason states that the page will remain, and Sonichu goes for an attack, but is quickly thrown aside. They decide to leave quietly, but then Jason throws a pickle at
I
Rosechu's
knew
head,
there was
which
going to be a
infuriates her.
pickle!
She flies up into the air to shed her clothes, and reveals that she wears a C-cup bra.
I see
Takes
cup
off
bra.
her brassiere and underwear. her new body for all to see.
Oh,
Her fiery
jeez.
rage transforms her into a new
Don't
form
be an
called
exhibitionist
the
for
Incredible
this cause.
She
It's not
proclaims,
worth it.
I am the power. I am the warrior. I am the almighty woman. True to all of my gender.
Almighty
I will overpower
woman.
any evil or good man who defies us and make Hum succumb to our will. I have the almighty uterus that makes me strong and super powerful.
Imagine
enough to
if there
protect
was a
the loved
writer
ones
like this
within me
for
until
someone
they
writing a
emerge to
woman
their
in
glorious
actual
birth.
television
By my
or
ferocious will,
or
I shall
book,
punish he
a
who has
TV show,
defiled
a
my
book,
people
a
with the
video
worst
game,
unnatural addition
or
ever by this one
a
heinous
movie.
hand. I am woman. Hear me
this
roar.
would make for
She
such
flies at
bad
Hal, grabbing hold of
filmmaking
his
that would
head
make
with her
us
thighs.
laugh.
In a ferocious rage, she tears open his skull, but Jason remains alive.
Through
Roaster calms down
through
and reverts to her old self.
Squashing it
They
like a
regroup with
watermelon.
Loud, crystal in hand. They bring it back to the mayor's office, where the rest of the Sonichu crystals are kept.
Oh,
With two in
lovely.
Chris's possession,
It's
they
getting
have
to
only one more
normalcy
crystal to
again.
find on their own so
you-
they could finally rescue Crystal. In the epilogue, all the Roaschus gather together to make nude photographs of themselves in support of women's liberation.
Oh,
Simone
women's
LaRoche digs
liberation.
herself out of the
Viva
ground
la
and is introduced
liberation.
to everyone.
Viva la
They are surprised by
resistance.
the sudden arrival of one Zapina Roaschu, who wants to help them
Zapina?
out, but announces that she is 14 years old.
Oh.
Roaschu regrettably tells her that she cannot contribute due to dumb laws. Lalisa
Dumb
insists
laws.
that Zapina can work as a volunteer, using her light emission powers to help with the
Uh,
photo shoot, which
yeah.
will serve as a protest to the efforts of slanderous
Yeah,
jerks.
don't incorporate someone that's
Episode
listed.
17
Wow.
was widely
Yeah.
lambasted, forcing Chris to quickly remove the uncensored version from the website.
Oh,
He
really?
defended
I
the
wonder
drastic
why.
change of tone in his comic in an email to Blanca. I wish to make it perfectly clear that I, Christian Weston Chandler, a sound-minded virgin, do not see women
Sound-minded
as sex
virgin.
objects. I
Yeah,
honestly
next
see
time
women
that
as my
I
equal,
feel like I'm
human
being
beings
very
who have every
disgusting
rights
towards
as any person in
anyone,
this world
I will
do,
just
and I
describe myself,
care
but I'm
about
a
how women
sound-minded
feel.
virgin.
Story-wise,
That's not gonna
Roaschu
work.
is
That's not gonna
only
cut
doing
it.
what
That's not
she
gonna work. That's
herself
not gonna
as
cut
an
it.
individual feels is right.
The way
in a
that you
great
wrote it
act
is so-
of protest
Oh.
against the real life voiceprovince.com, which is Encyclopedia Dramatica.
Where was that? I don't know. Nothing that has been described in that comic has been of sound mind.
They feel for or against what they each set their individual sights upon. Ladies, I care. I seriously do.
Do.
It was around this time that a troll who identified herself as Lord Silly Nipples assumed
Lord
Blanca's
Silly
identity
Nipples?
without informing the original trio
Oh, they
of
don't.
trolls
With silly
who
nipples that have the
created and
nipples so
shared with
long they
Chris
can go up
Blanca's
someone's
supposed
nose?
MySpace page
Dear
and
God.
sent an email asking him to send her sexy nude photos of himself. In return, she promised she would show her own sexy side.
Oh, you
Captivated by
gotta
the promise
so-
of nudes, he took an array of revealing photos of himself and sent them to whom he thought was
Oh,
Blanca,
why are you
taking
so
little notice
easy
of her
to
suddenly changing her
manipulate?
email address, or the various physical and biographical
Why were you so easy to
inaccuracies seen
manipulate?
on her MySpace page. On September 11th, 2008, Blanca's MySpace profile picture was changed to a photo of a black man in a pickle costume, and Lord Silly Nipples
Oh,
posted
my
Christian's nude
word.
photos onto the ED page.
Oh, bloody
Humiliated by the
hell.
revelation, he recorded a video addressing the event.
Oh,
conceding
great.
That Blanca, as he knew her, was a troll.
An official update.
Uh-huh.
You know who I am,
Yeah.
but right now, at the moment, I'm upset and sad.
I bet.
The featured friend that I have recently given a guest spot in the 7th comic book,
Yep.
turns out that woman was a fake troll.
Yep. Yeah, that they
Well,
were.
he tricked me into revealing some adult type stuff.
Yes! Yes, they did!
I was betrayed.
He
And
also
you
mentions the
fell for it.
mysterious
You could
appearance
have
of an
said
advertisement
no.
for Sonichu
You
toys
could have
purportedly
said
seen in a
no.
magazine.
But you
Taking notice
didn't.
of the recent ad in the video game magazine or comic book somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where, about merchandise. I have not ever, up to this point, authorized any distribution or advertisement of any Sonichu merchandise. So
Okay.
the ad there, that is a fake. boycott that at all costs.
Well, you all right
Finally,
that it's a
since he
fake.
believed that Blanca was not a real person.
That is true,
he
it is a
assumes complete
fake.
control over her intellectual property.
Also, at this point, I will
I
claim
will what?
Giuliani as my own from this point on.
Okay,
And,
you could have just simply
Blanca's
disregarded
character I associate
because
with
of the
her in the
memories it
drawing.
brought, but okay.
Well,
Keep that
she'll be
character.
a character in a city,
That would
but
be
she's not gonna
grand.
be a active character. But Giuliani, I'll be claiming her as my own from this point on. Good day.
How does that work?
The ad
I
he had
don't
mentioned
bloody
was an
know.
invention of a troll who assumed
Yep.
the identity of former English soccer personality Jimmy Hill.
Oh, the
who wanted
Jimmy
Chris to
Hill
believe that
saga.
Hill stole all elements of the Sonichu story and was developing the franchise in real life, the popularity of which allegedly rivaled that of Pokemon. Still scarred from unwillingly exposing his vulnerability to the trolls, he sent an email to the reverend of his church,
Oh,
Elizabeth
no.
Foss, about how he was deceived and now
Oh,
looked to God
no.
for forgiveness. Reverend Foss, in return, suggested that he meet with pastoral counselor Rocky Shoemaker, whom she felt could help Chris make sense of his troubles.
Yes.
He began seeking her advice regularly.
Maybe you should get off the
Meanwhile,
internet
troll
and
Vicky
basically
continued
do
to email
that.
Chris, trying
But
to
we all
convince
know
him
that
his
is not
nude
going to be the
pictures were not
case.
a big deal, and that she wished that he get off the internet and meet
Yes.
real women in person like he
Yes.
used to.
Yes,
She tried
get
with all her
off the
might to make him
internet.
see
You
that
should have
Robert
just
Simmons
went
was
off
a
the
troll as
internet
well,
and
but
just
Christian wouldn't
go
listen.
to spots
In
that
the wake of the Blanca deception,
who
he
knows
re-engaged
at this
in
point?
conversations with the
I
original
keep saying this,
Blanca,
but we all
sending
know
his
this isn't
messages
the
to her
case.
original email address, with the trolls desperately trying
Just
to
imagine if
convince Chris
AI
that
was
their
around
Blanca
then. Well,
was the true
artificial
Blanca, claiming
intelligence
that the
has been
Blanca behind the
with
leaks
us,
of
but
the
not to
MySpace
such a
page
degree
was a
as
product
Gen
of trolls.
AI.
The trolling
But-
trio persuaded Christian to take part in a call on
But
the
yeah,
video
imagine
call
if this was all
program
taking
Skype.
place during that,
One
there
of the
would be
three, who called
so
herself Nurse
blobby
Kiki Chen,
many
lent her voice to the part and
different
convinced him
images.
that he was in contact with the true Blanca.
Ugh,
He later
indeed.
announced so in a video.
It's all settled now. Blanca's real. I talked to her.
Oh God!
she called
Come
me.
on,
So
you're
as for the
so.
person who, as for the jerk who
You are
posed
so
with
gullible.
the
You're so blobby
Kawaii Kitsune
gullible.
name, if I knew
You
who
were so blobby gullible. I
I'd
don't
give
know
you
if
a
you're
kick
still
in the
gullible
balls.
now, but
but I can't because I don't know who or where you are.
okay.
But everybody knows.
But the what?
Jerk.
What was
Just
those
happen to be
subtitles?
nearby
What was that?
and in the
The way
States.
that you phrased
Give a
that?
swift kick from me. Anyway, I'm happy now.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Well, how
He
loud?
also addresses the
How
issue
loud
of
now?
counterfeit Sonichu merchandise produced by Jimmy Hill being sold in the UK.
First off, the toys in the UK,
Uh
they're definitely fake. I have never approved
Uh-huh.
any merchandise or distribution of such merchandise yet.
huh.
So therefore, the advertisements of such Sanchu merchandise in the UK, all fake.
But lovely to know.
Possibly this guy named Jerry Hill, I think his name was.
Close enough, I
mean,
suppose.
that's, from a
It starts
suggestion
with a
from-
J.
That's a name I got from one of my fans. So anyway, boycott buy the merchandise from the UK.
Okay.
Buy any merchandise from there. Boycott it. Don't do it.
Chris
Okay.
also confirms that JK Productions were fake and implores that people continue asking Nintendo to get involved in the Sonichu video game.
Sonichu, Issue 1. Hand-drawn premiere issue.
Oh no.
Go, Sonichu. Go out and zap to the extreme.
On September 15th, Vivian G began uploading her series of Sonichu audiobooks on YouTube, which she edited herself. A narrator told the story of the comic in a calm yet dramatic voice, with Vivian herself providing crass commentary in the form of annotations. The project made no
How
attempt
much
at
more can they
addressing
hurt Sonic?
inconsistencies, spelling errors, or storyline issues, and simply delivered the story in a straight, deadpan manner. The team would continue to make audiobook videos covering the Sonichu story for the next few
Oh,
years.
just the way. Look at the way it just
Possibly
scrolls
sometime in
down.
September, a Lord Silly Nipples, now impersonating Christian's childhood friend, Tiffany Robinson,
Oh,
sent him
no.
an email requesting to receive a copy of his Yep, I'm on TV DVD, who, upon receiving the gift, leaked the contents onto the internet.
Oh,
This
great.
leak featured most of the videos and photos on the disc, including a photo of Barbara Chandler sleeping with their cat,
Oh,
Lucy.
oh
Due to her
no.
significant girth and slumbering state,
Oh,
trolls
no.
began calling her Snorlax, which is a
Snorlax!
large Pokemon known for its sleepy nature. Despite things with Chris and Blanca looking optimistic,
Well,
he began
I'm
a
sure.
courteous online Discord with one Sarah Jackson, who allegedly first found out about him through her autistic sister, Rose, a Sonichu fan. Like most people engaging with Christian at the time, Sarah was also a fake personality.
Yeah, I
He
had a
informed Blanca
feeling.
of this new development
I
in their
had a
relationship.
feeling it was not gonna be
I'm
like
gonna
that.
be honest with you. Over the weekend, I met this other woman over the internet, developed a good trust with her. Basically, I'm feeling in between with you and this woman, and I want to make more certain which one I should save myself for.
Oh
I have told
yes.
her about
Prep
you,
yourself
and I
up.
only want to be
Which
as fair
troll
as
you're gonna
possible. I'd hate
see
to make you feel
being
bad,
together
sad,
with.
or jealous, because I honestly care about you and your feelings a lot, Blanca Weiss. I understand if this comes as a big surprise to you, but believe me, you are the first I've said I love you to openly and honestly.
You!
Let me ask you, do you want me in an honest relationship or sexually, more or equal to bad?
More or equal
He
to
gave
bad.
Blanca Sarah's email address so she could have a talk with her. The trolls claiming to be Blanca then emailed the troll claiming to be Sarah Jackson. I care about Christian a lot, and I would not see him hurt by anyone, especially not someone pretending to be a girl to get their kicks from hurting an innocent man who is autistic. I hope you realize what kind of monster you are. Honestly, what do you have to gain from hurting him? Oh? Are you going to get more naked pictures of him? Going to rob him of his dignity? You know what? Go do something more productive, like get a job, read a book. I don't know, do something. What kind of person purposefully tries to ruin the life of an autistic? It's beyond me.
I know, it's
Sarah
beyond me
replied,
as well.
Chris is a sweet and loving man, and he has feelings for me. You obviously blew it with him, or he wouldn't be talking to me in the first place. So you can just go jump
Two
off a cliff,
trolls
sister.
going at
You
it.
couldn't possibly love him the way I have come to. So just give this pathetic game up. I will tell him about the slanderous things you have written to me too, and then we'll see how much more he trusts you. Christian
Oh,
had to make a tough
jeez.
decision.
A
so he
tough
chose Blanca
decision.
To be his one
It's
and only.
like
He asked
Archie
if she would
with
send him
Betty
some
or
more photographs of
Veronica.
herself at
Oh
varying
no!
angles, stating that nudes weren't necessary but appreciated.
I wonder
She
if anyone
complied,
gets that
and
reference.
He paid no attention to Blanca's constantly changing physical appearance.
Yeah, that does not look like
Chris also
Blanca.
brought up the
That
possibility
looks
of
like a
future meeting
completely
in real
different
life with
person.
Blanca. While I'm thinking about it, did you say you'd might be able to make it for Thanksgiving break? If not sooner, I would appreciate your presence. And if at that time you feel ready, my virginity shall be yours.
Yeah,
Colon
that's
close
a good
parentheses.
pickup line
I
to
know I
go
said it
about
before in your
the
previous
things.
pics, but you still have a hot body. Oh my god! Colon close.
Okay, everyone. I think I've decided. When I do Tomodachi life, living the dream, either tomorrow, depending on the circumstances, there might be someone else who falls in love with another me that I created. I feel like I need to say that phrase. You still have a hot body. Oh my god. And then the smiley face. Or just go with you feel, and if at any time you feel ready, my virginity shall be yours. No kidding. This is making me hurt in so many places myself, but it's all for charity. So I thank each and every one of you for raising that amount of money last year for Extra Life for Kids.
Parentheses. He then elaborated on their proposed schedule. You can meet my mother
That
and
line
father,
is just his
chat with them a
selection.
while, and get
I
to
gotta
know each
remember
other.
that
Then
line.
you and
I
we can
have
go
to remember
upstairs
that
to my
line.
bedroom to just hang out.
We gotta
watch
use it
TV,
as a
or
confession
chat
line in
Maybe even
Tomodachi
some
Life.
video gameplay
We
with
have
Guitar
to.
Hero or something.
Either one of
For dinner
those.
that evening, our first date, I will take you out to McDonald's, Arby's, Burger King, or a small restaurant like that. Then I'd let you go back
I
to
mean,
your hotel. Or
I
bring you
guess
back
it's
home.
fine to take out
No
a first
sex
date
on the
for
first
like a
night,
fast food
but if you'd
place
like
as
to make
long as
out,
they're
I'd welcome it.
liking it.
For lunch, I take you to this good all-you-can-eat
As long as they
pizza,
would like to
salad,
go
soup,
to a
and
place
dessert
like
buffet
that.
I know of in Charlottesville. Then we can take in a romantic movie at the theater, or we can walk the downtown
Or you
mall,
could just watch a
and/or
very
walk
bad
in the
movie.
park.
Those normally
If it
go
doesn't bother
nice.
you, I may yawn and stretch my arm
Maybe we
around
could
you
see the
to your other
Melania
shoulder.
Trump movie.
If you
No,
want to take it further,
we're not going to
you
do
may
that.
put
We're
my
not going to
hand on
do
your
that.
shoulder a
That
little
will be
closer to your breast.
absolute
Of
a
course,
deal
this is
breaker
optional,
right
and
there.
I'll let you cop a reach into the popcorn bucket, or under that to cop a
You
feel.
mean the
Stop me if I'm
Dune
bothering you,
sandworm
and
popcorn
you and I can make
bucket?
out in the theater.
That didn't come up
And
back
if you feel
then,
like it
but
that night in the privacy of mine
just
or
imagine
your
if it
room,
did back
you can
then.
take my virginity virginity. Or we can wait till the third night, if there is one before you have to go back to Kentucky. Either way, I would wear a condom then, and in the future, until our wedding night. Close parentheses.
Lovely. I can't wait for the honeymoon
Blanca and
details.
Sarah continued to spitefully exchange emails to each other until September 17th. When correctly guessing his password, trolls hacked into Christian's email account, and also in turn gained access to his AOL, MySpace, YouTube, Facebook,
Well,
and
I'm
eBay
not
accounts,
surprised by
leaking
that.
the majority of his private goings-on to the public. In addition, they acquired previously unreleased nude photos of him, which they sent to ED. One particular picture was a close-up shot of Sonichu doodled on his penis. Another was an erect Chris modeling his mother's underwear. These latest photos
I gotta
also
keep it quiet.
explicitly
I gotta
showcase
keep it
the
quiet.
unusual, misshapen form of his
I
penis,
have to keep
which
it
was
toned
notably
down.
bent downward at a 35-degree angle.
Cuddly,
In the
God,
meantime,
you
the
tone it
trolls
down a
changed
little
the
bit. You
background
do
of his
not
YouTube
want to wake
profile
up your
page
neighbors.
To a tiled illustration of a pickle. In response, Chris created a new email
I can't believe
address
it.
and made a new YouTube
I can't believe I wasn't.
Chan6789.
I wasn't expecting the. I wasn't. I forgot completely about that image. I forgot about that one detail about the Sonic shoe under the junk.
Possibly through Skype.
Why would you have an image like that?
Casual, though they did discuss some sexually
Was your
charged
eye bleached?
topics. At the same time, Chris also
Sadly, I
began
don't have it
conversing
for
with an
you,
Australian girl
in this
who went
case.
by the internet handle Panda Halo. Like all his recent love interests, Panda, real name Sarah Cassandra Mackenzie, was yet again another troll-created online identity.
Yeah, it's this
Growing
one. I
increasingly
remember
hopeful of a
Panda
future with
Halo
her,
and the
he broke off the
person
promise of a
behind it.
relationship with Blanca and announced his new true love in a video.
Oh,
This was the
jeez.
first
You are
instance
so
of Chris introducing
unfaithful.
his
Even
videos
though
with
they
the
were all
phrase,
trolls.
"Captain
They're
Vlog,"
all
and listing off the
trolls
relevant
trying
target
to
or date
jerk
before
you
this was the
around.
method of log entry and
Literally
record-keeping
and
used in the
figuratively
Star Trek
speaking.
TV and film franchise. However, it is likely that Chris was actually referencing a Star Trek parody seen in Family Guy instead.
Captain's log. Stardate September 24th, 2008.
Almost 20 years ago.
This is an update for the Sonic Shoe fan base. As you can
Fan
see,
days?
I am safe and well. I have no intention of hurting or killing myself.
Okay, that's lovely.
Also, I would like to update by letting y'all know about Adam Stackhouse, who was the winner of the that
Hey,
Parappa
yeah.
contest. Leave him alone. I hold no grudge
Yeah.
against him.
I
leave
don't blame
him
you
and
there.
his family, including his sister, alone.
We're getting to see more and more of
It's
their
all forgiven.
character.
It's all in the past. Done deal.
I mean, to be
Also,
fair, they
have a
were
big
pronounced
announcement.
as he back then.
I'm taken.
And that's why
I don't
Geno
want to
Samuel has
true
been
name.
using those pronouns for this video back in the day.
My fear of her, for my
But
worry
yeah,
about her safety.
I know I've been kind of
But I wanna
fumbling
shout
with
out
it
my love
myself
for it.
with this
is for
reaction,
you.
which I'm trying to just use they here in this case. Wait, what's
He
happening?
proceeds to sing "Never Gonna Give You Up" by Rick Astley.
Oh,
with the song's
no.
appearance in the Family Guy
I'm being
episode
rickrolled.
serving as a backing track.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna give.
Christian and Panda Halo's relationship got heated very quickly. Chris
Polo?
engaged in Skype conversations using the family computer located in their kitchen. Over the course of their
Oh,
chats,
remember
they
having
frankly
camera
discussed
computers up
delicate
there?
topics, such
Oh, okay,
as
I didn't
masturbation.
need you to lick your elbow like that.
Watching porn if I don't feel like watching it at the time. I would go to like the bathroom sink. Like I'd start by washing my hands.
Washing your hands,
Then
huh?
I would then with the soap and water just basically start
Ugh.
into my dick. And just like well, it feels good for me. It's just good
Great. You're having this conversation when your parents are in the background talking. That's... Why are you having this conversation in the public space when your parents are talking in the background? Why? Why? You think this is a good time to be discussing something like this when your parents are in the background?
So I feel the sensation where I'm about to lose it. And then, some of the steam comes out.
Oh,
I don't
lovely.
like to make a mess, so when I have a clean plastic cover
No,
I just,
no, I forgot about this detail. Yo, it's just the same way as Butters in South Park. No, you're right. No, it's gonna get worse. Amori, it's gonna get worse. It's just gonna get worse. We're only on episode 6 of what, like 85? It's gonna get so
During
much
other
worse.
chats, Chris reflected on what he has learned from watching copious amounts of porn
Oh,
and confessed that he
great.
didn't like it if women inserted fruits
Keep
and
it to
vegetables
yourself.
into themselves while masturbating
Keep
because
it
he
to
saw it as a
yourself.
waste of food.
Why are
But
you
in the case of
discussing all of
bananas,
these
it was
details?
acceptable due to the protective peel of said fruit, meaning it could be eaten after the fact. While Panda Halo did not
discussing
appear on
all
video,
these details?
her voice was enough to
Why
convince
are you
Chris
discussing
that she
all
was
these
real.
details to other
She readily
people?
engaged in obscene
Trolls
acts for his
even.
webcam. These included Chris impersonating a selection of animals and even masturbating on camera. These videos soon surfaced on the internet. It was possibly around this time that Vivian G had a
He's
3-hour-long chat
such
with Chris
an
through AOL instant messaging,
They were
in
such
which
an
she
idiot.
desperately tried to convince him that all the women offering themselves to him over the internet were fake. During the
Fake,
conversation,
huh?
Christian slipped
Yeah.
on cat poo in the kitchen and had to clean up the mess.
Oh, that's
She then confronted him over the huge pictures he
that's
drew
the
of
least of
Megan.
your concerns
He
right
accused
about
VD
now,
of
I
twisting
think.
the image and making it evil, destroying his relationship. Vivian reminded him that Megan had requested that they remained just as friends, but Christian betrayed her. He then proceeded to talk about his need for a sweetheart to fulfill his wish of fathering a daughter by the name
Oh,
of Crystal
it's
Weston
this
Chandler. He blamed
it's
his
this
random
dream
access memory
again.
for the sudden change in topic, claiming he couldn't help himself if his thoughts were random. He revealed that he still went to the Alderman Library at the University of Virginia to look
Okay.
for women.
Oh,
Vivian
well.
then explained that people usually go to the library to study and not to hook up with strangers.
Yeah, the library's
discussion
probably not the
reportedly
best
gave him a
place to
headache.
look for someone that you
Christian
may be
talked about his
interested
desperate
in.
need for a dating
I don't know,
education
there's
class,
way
which
better
would be
selections
especially
than
useful for
that.
the third date onwards. Vivian pointed out that the dating experience would be completely different for every person, and that sex is not guaranteed on the third date. Chris eventually didn't know
It's
how to reply
oftentimes
because his
not
mind became
guaranteed
blank.
several dates after
She asked
that.
him to roleplay
It's
to
all
find out
about
what he would
comfort
say when
levels.
meeting
It's
the
about
girl.
consent.
Kinnear
It's
immediately
about being
began talking
comfortable.
about drawing his comics. She told him that if he were to say that to a girl, he would be perceived as immature and childish. Christian then asked if it would make a difference if he told women that he drew sex pictures instead. Vivian recoiled, stating that that would be disturbing. She begged
Huh.
for him to seek professional
No
help,
kidding.
admitting that trying to help him herself was like fighting a wall.
I
On
can
September
see the
29th,
struggle.
Christian reignited communications with his former sweetheart, Blanca,
Oh,
telling her
lovely.
that he had a dream in which the name of his true sweetheart-to-be was revealed to be Blanca White. As a show of affection,
Oh,
he announced that
jeez.
he will send his original Sonichu, Rosechu, Black Sonichu, and Jigliami medallions, in addition to a decoy Sonichu medallion, as well as his drawing of Jigliami to what he thought was her
Oh,
aunt
why
and
are you
grandmother's home address.
so
I hope that you are feeling better, and that you feel delighted after reading that God and
easily
Jesus have
easily
finally revealed their
manipulated like
guiding lead
this?
to you.
Why were you like
2 days
this?
later, he sent her an album of grainy photos of himself in an array of poses. On October 4th, Chris
I
released a
see.
short video in which he lampoons a line of dialogue used in the MTV animated series Eon Flux.
We're being watched.
Oh, really?
My name is Christian Weston Chandler. I'm here to find happiness with my true sweetheart, who I've known for over 2 months now.
I never
She
even
controls
watched
us,
that
leave us
animated
alone.
show, actually.
Is anybody
Nor the
listening?
movie that
Do
is
you
based off
believe me?
of.
Everybody happy now?
As the
I'm
months
not happy.
progressed, more and more Jimmy Hill-related artwork began to surface.
Sonic Shoes
Screenshots
Love
from the supposed
Quest.
Sonichu animated series were leaked as
Oh,
well.
and that's
and
Jimmy
the
Hill.
plotline of Hill's Sonichu story was revealed, which resembled Christian's own iteration, but with
Oh
some notable
no,
alterations.
not that
Sonichu
outfit.
was touted as the first openly
That
gay cartoon
pose.
character, with Blake
Sure
being
thing,
his
Daddy.
boyfriend. He hung out with Rosechu, his gal pal, and he loved his parents, Mary Lee Walsh, and Jimmy Hill himself.
Oh,
In the cartoon,
lovely.
they would come under attack from the giant Jerkbot, which was modeled after Christian's own naked figure.
Oh no.
On October 9th, trolls received Christian's package meant for Blanca.
Yep.
It included the medallions, as well as his depiction of Blanca's original character.
Yep.
Chris wrote a heartfelt letter on the back of the drawing, which Nurse Iki-chan herself read out for a video later uploaded onto YouTube.
Dear Blanca, I am so happy that you're revealed as my true, honest sweetheart to be in the dream I have anxiously waited for since the dreams of me and my future daughter. When before my heart was lost and confused, now I truly see the path to the true, honest love set for me by God and Jesus. I now can truly hardly wait to meet you around Halloween.
Below the letter was an illustration depicting a sleeping Christian who dreamt of himself waiting for his sweetheart Blanca at a local hotel.
Yes, dream of yourself looking for that, forward to that moment.
Onto ED. In response, Christian recorded a video falsely claiming that even though trolls got hold of his medallions, Blanca had intercepted them and sent his Sonichu medallion back, which he then modified to make more secure, meaning that the medallion around his neck in this video was in fact a copy.
Captain's log. Stardate, October 9th, 2008. Y'all know who I am, so my message should be clear.
Clear as crystal?
I'm here to dispel a couple of rumors that have been flying around.
Go ahead.
Firstly, my Sonichu medal was not stolen. It was entrusted to my sweetheart, Blanca, who lives over in Kentucky.
Are you sure
Rest
about
assured,
that?
She is not a troll, so nobody say otherwise. I have talked to her on webcam and video and audio and heard her voice over her microphone to my speakers and headphones.
Yeah?
Anyway, I sent her the medal.
Are you sure there wasn't a voice
even though,
changer?
Some trolls nearby got hold of it temporarily. She managed to get it back and send it back to me, express.
Okay. That's reassuring.
He emphasizes that he added a peg to the back of it to hold his amethyst high school ring. He also mentions his leaked DVD footage, naming the man in the pickle suit as the culprit.
Also,
the man in the
DVD,
pickle suit.
That was not stolen either. The man in the pickle suit tricked me once again.
You don't say.
Trust a gal pal of mine. So it was sent upon request, but thank God I had the foresight to not make a copy of my director's cut, which has a lot more footage on it than any distributed copy has.
Oh well.
Still convincing himself that Blanca was true, he professes his love for her.
I wish to also proclaim my love for my sweetheart.
Oh no.
I love you, Blanca. I cannot bear to live without you, baby. So please come here as soon as possible so we can be together forever.
Why do you have to proclaim that in that video that you post? That could have been a private thing.
It would just pain me if you got hurt. So nobody better harm a hair on her, or else you hear from me.
Okay.
As an epilogue,
I
Chris
won't.
advertises the upcoming PS3 game, Little Big Planet.
Also, this video, as well as
You know, in happier news, I saw that I Am 8-Bit is selling vinyl records of not only the original Little Big Planet soundtrack, but Sackboy's Adventure. I did see that announced not too long ago. So, lovely. That is at least some good news I can bring forth to the world, even though we cannot share our creations, our levels online like we would in the past. But that's something, though. That's something.
all previous videos are proudly presented to you thanks to gracious
Oh jeez, Blanca from Street Fighter has become violently upset.
Little Big Planet game coming to only on PlayStation 3. And see, it's
oh, that's a different cover than what I know of. I didn't get one with that cover to it.
Thank you.
4 days later, seemingly unperturbed by the possible deception concerning Blanca, Christian made another video announcing that he had received the beta release of Little Big Planet and had already completed making his own game level, which people could download and play.
Oh, it's a beta? Wait, they allowed for beta copies back then?
I have the beta, and I have completed the level in only 2 nights. And I got published onto the Little Big Planet database on the internet.
Well, you can't do that anymore, I don't think.
Only on PlayStation 3. Never accept any invitations, even downloadable to a Hetsbox.
He continues by airing his grievances concerning Jimmy Hill.
I miss Little Big Planet.
Master Jimmy Hill.
I miss Little Big Planet. I got like a final figurine of the little guy at my work office desk. And I have the little doll that I got in with my other plushies in my good old display cabinet that I built with my own blobby hands.
It's blatantly copying everything note for note from me. I mean, you take a good look at that. Take a look at that.
It's a fake.
All that is is this Sonic the Hedgehog action figure custom painted.
Yeah.
I can easily custom paint this to look like that. With acrylic paint even. So simple.
Good job.
And it's so crappy too.
He compares the appearance of his official Sonichu website with Hill's flagrant imitation, and also mentions the supposed release of Jimmy Hill's Yep, I'm on TV DVD.
And all we did was take every footage that was originated from this DVD and dubbed his voice just over my name. So instead of me saying Christian Weston Chandler, he just dubbed us over each time by saying Jimmy Hill.
Jimmy Hill.
Here, the part of Jimmy Hill is played by an actor. And look at that freaking cover. It's more based on it's more based on my original comic cover than the original DVD. Anyway, do not buy from Jimmy Hill.
Okay, sure.
Phony.
Finally, Chris proclaims
he's
that
a
the trolls
big
should
fat
stop bullying
phony
him because he is ignoring them.
You bullies, I know y'all are afraid of me. Cause without me, y'all would have nobody to pick on at this point. No matter how many times
I don't know about that.
Towards me,
some maybe, but I don't know about all of them.
All you're doing is basically being unheard of. You're basically talking to a brick wall.
Are you sure about that? Because from my perspective, you keep fueling their fire. Dum-dum. See, like I mentioned before, if you're dealing with people who are just trying to antagonize you on the internet, the best thing you can do is ignore them. Don't make video responses. Don't make replies to them. Just go about your blobby daily life. The only exception I can really see in regards is if it gets to such an extreme that it may affect your everyday life in terms of doxing or something else to that degree. Anything else, you should have just left it be. You should have just left it be. It is not a brick wall. If it is one of the most easily destructible brick walls imaginable.
And I am just blatantly ignoring you hands down. So you may as well just give up.
Maybe they will admit defeat. If only it was that simple. It is not that blobby cynic. I don't know.
Nobody, misters.
Misters?
It's time to face facts, misters.
The personal space back up there.
I am safe. I am well.
Okay.
And I'll be staying that way, and I shall keep watch for any bullies. And I will take all necessary steps in due time as I cross those bridges.
That shirt needs to be destroyed.
Broken. Thank you very much.
It is a very colorful shirt. It's not the traditional shirt that I've seen them wear, but it is very much, has a lot of character to it.
Allegedly killed in a car crash.
Oh.
On October 14th, Panda Halo created a subsite of Sonichu.net called Sonichu
I see.
Fans,
So that one other girl was killed in the car crash, huh?
Relay chat feature, or IRC, where people could gather and chat about Sonichu and other related matters.
Oh boy.
Over the course of the next couple of months, Chris joined the chat to discuss various topics and answer fan questions.
Oh, that?
On the same day, YouTube user Icarus69, who was the one who had received Christian's package, showed off the medallions which recently came into his possession in a video. On October 15th, Chris uploaded a 7-page preview of a future Sonichu comic. In which Chris
that image
Sonichu
right there is very silly, him looking so small.
He is forced to revert to his human form, which brings his medallion back into existence.
Why is he feels like he looks like he's been flattened?
Grabs hold of the Sonichu medallion, but is shocked
I
to
have
find
the
that
power.
he remains powerless. Christian reveals that the true source of his powers is
my high school ring.
To convince the trolls that his medallion was not as
Christian Weston Chandler is a Lantern member.
Back into Christian
the Sonichu Lantern core,
which also ends up hitting Jimmy Hill, knocking out his teeth. On October 17th, inquisitive individuals conducted an interview with Christian over the PlayStation Network, asking him about a wide range of topics.
Right.
So, what do you think of Barack? Just tell me, please.
I just don't care much for him.
Why? You know why? Be specific, man. You're smart.
Well, there's a theory. that if Obama went to the White House, he would probably paint it black.
But why do you think
Well, that never happened now, did it?
he's gonna paint the White House black? Just why, you know? It's like me painting my house green for no damn reason.
It's because you like pickles.
Can we not talk about pickles, please?
Are you aware that people on YouTube are claiming that they stole your medallion?
This is before Skype. This is before Discord.
They said something about you made another one and it's 2 times bigger. It's false, isn't it? Because it's on you, right?
Yeah, it's mostly false. Yeah.
Mostly false? I mean, what's...
Yeah.
I'm getting snootsy all of a sudden.
I'd rather not talk about it. Don't worry about it. I mean, they're just
AIM and ICQ. Even got the Assassin's Creed avatar. Yep, that too.
Whatnot, so just best to ignore them. Not worry about them.
I don't think you've been doing a good job of following your own advice there.
I hate pickles.
Who is the man in the pickle suit?
I don't know who that guy is, and I don't think I really would care to know.
You'll probably get to find out about them sooner or later.
That you know, and you hate him.
Yeah, I don't know who that person is.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to ask you, do you hate gay people?
Yeah.
You hate gay people?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hang on a moment.
All right.
Hi, Mom. I'm alright. How are you? Oh, you gotta sit way down. You should be at 72.
Oh, is this the first time we had recorded lines from Barb?
I'm talking to a couple of people on the internet through PlayStation Network. Okay, I will excuse you. Turn the AC on. All right, well, I'll consider it, Mom. I'll talk to you later.
My word.
That was my mom. She entered and left.
Yeah, we saw that, Chris.
On October 20th, the trolls behind Blanca put an end to her story.
Ha! Oh, I recognize that music.
69 filmed himself desecrating the original medallion in a myriad of means.
Yep.
He sliced it and stabbed it with a knife.
I remember this.
It performing forced fellatio.
No! No!
Placed it into a pickle jar.
No, not the pickle jar!
Crushed it with a hammer. And set it ablaze, quenching the fire by urinating on it.
Wow. At least that wasn't the original, right?
My wooden bed is delicious.
And that's it. What a way to end off our reaction by seeing one of the Sonic Shoe medallions, not the original, but one of them, be desecrated in various ways. What? It's only gonna get worse. It's only probably gonna get worse before it gets any better. I mean, you may see in different moments your eye has been defiled. I don't blame you. So, for those of you knowing we still have a lot of episodes to go for this, it doesn't get better, unfortunately. So, this is going to be a once a month kind of occasion where I'm going to continue reacting to all of these, unless for any reason I run into some trouble with viewing these. Over 80 episodes have been made up to this point. And there might be talk of more episodes once Geno Samuel is done remastering the remaining ones. I believe he is up to episode 10 of it being remastered, but I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, once a month is probably for the best. So every last Thursday for each month, we'll be watching around 3 episodes, or depending on the length of them, it could be 4. I really don't see myself really wanting to watch more than 4, or just 4, honestly. But yeah, this is going to be the case. This is how I'm going to approach it, because my blobby head cannot really succumb to more than one a month for just something to this degree. It's simply because I'm not much of a reaction content creator. Really, I'm not. Because the one thing that I always worry about when I'm reacting to these streams or these videos is that, am I providing anything informative? Am I providing something of worth by doing these? I'm not entirely sure. Because yeah, you could say that a lot of people can do the exact same thing as I have, for sure. And I feel like I've done so many repeated phrases throughout this entire debacle that it gets so blobby crazy. So we'll see. We'll see how the rest of this goes then in this regard. But know that this will indeed be a once a month occasion. Every last Thursday until we are officially done. Be fair, they keep making the same mistakes. Yes. They never really learn. They keep doing the same things over and over again, as you will see in other episodes if you're not accustomed to... Oh, I got a bedtime reminder notice. I don't know if anyone heard that at all, but that just happened. Oh, I gotta get some sleep soon. I'll be dreaming of Sonic Shoot tonight. Oh, this is gonna be great. But you know what is going to be great? Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central, I will be back with more Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream. I feel like that will be a nice little occasion then. You hope I don't mean that same terrible fate. Hopefully, I hope none of the people who watch this alongside me or as a past archive stream suffer the same fate. We'll see. Well, I don't know, this is a horrible night to be cursed or whatever that Castlevania phrase. Wait, Amori, I know you are efficient in the ways of knowing your Castlevania lore. What is the phrase from Simon's Quest? What is it? What a horrible night to have a curse? Or is it a different phrasing for that? I don't quite remember. Okay, what a horrible night to have a curse. Okay, there we go. I still have the regional Castlevania Anniversary Edition. I got so many compilations now. So many video games. But yeah, it will be Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central on both Twitch and YouTube. I'm going to be tailoring to the me's I have created so far, which are as follows. We got myself. We got Mira Pink. We got Cybri Nova with her husband Mechnob. We're gonna see if we can actually get them to love each other in my island. We got Snuggly Burrick. We got Goosty Bee. We got Shelbany. And I think that's about it for right now for the me's that I have created for my island so far. We got a lot of different requests. And we're gonna keep spinning that wheel to add more residents to the island. I'm gonna see what kind of things we can make. I'll probably make Cybri Nova her goblin ham, like she liked to consume back in Metopia. I'm gonna try and create an item for everyone. I made Goosty Bee her Goosty Goon cake. Because that term likes to be passed around. But I want to try to make other items that fit the persona a little bit. We'll have to wait and see. I'm interested to see what me's I will be ended up creating with the spin of the wheel too. Who is going to be joining the island? Who is going to cause some conflict? Are there going to be any rivalries? Are there going to be any new love interests? Because Snuggly Burrick and Goosty Bee are a couple right now. That was something. But in the meantime, yeah, that's going to do it. If you would like to check out my blobby content in any way, shape, or form, if you have not been turned off by everything that you have witnessed here today, here are my socials. Again, I now have a new Instagram account, and I have been posting things on TikTok once again. If people would like to check those out, it's entirely up to you. No pressure whatsoever in any way, shape, or form, but it's always appreciated. And also, we are I feel like the number keeps going higher. I feel like I'm getting some unfollows as of late, but we got 48 followers left until we reach 1,000 on Twitch. So if you feel like my content is worth the follow, feel free to follow if you haven't already on Twitch. And feel free to subscribe over to my YouTube channel if you like. I should be posting a new short over there sometime tomorrow if you would like to check that out. I feel like a lot of my shorts are going to be Tomodachi Life centric. I'm starting to notice. But yeah, it is always appreciated if you give that a good old subscription. I think we're closing in on 400 over there. 4 blobby 100 subscribers. I think we're at 383 right now from what I last checked on it. And feel free to like and comment down below. Maybe even dislike if you happen to dislike something. Helps me with the algorithm, so to speak. All right. Question of the day for those of you who do watch this on my YouTube. To get some engagement if possible. What? I gotta be careful with the way that I phrase this in this case. What would you consider to be the most embarrassing thing that you saw on the internet? And of course, with all that we have basically saw so far, including reacting to the Christian, a comprehensive history documentary, don't harass anyone. Don't go after anyone that is mentioned on here. It is something that we should be civilized about. I know that I had my comments during the reaction, but I would not go to such lengths to do anything of that nature at all towards someone else. So let's continue to keep things civil, leave them out of the equation, and continue on with blobby lives. And let's be amicable and understanding in the replies below too, because yeah, a lot of us are gonna think of different things as embarrassing in a lot of ways. And with that said, friendly reminder that please check out Geno Samuel's other channels, like their official channel where they compose their own music. I believe they have something new cooking up here in the near future. Please give them a watch. Check out their other musical videos as well as tracks. They seem to cover a large array of different genres. Here and there, here and there. Oh, and Gentleman Eldritch, thank you again for the 3-stream streak. That is greatly appreciated. As well as Red Mage Kasu with the 55-stream streak. That is also incredible. Sorry that I didn't see those prior. I had the screen basically covered up by the comprehensive history. So with that said, oh yeah, and let's not forget about the Discord either. As long as you're 18 and older, you're more than welcome to join the Discord server. And I still have free games for anyone that may be interested in claiming them. As a sign of my gratitude for those that wanted to be a part of my Chubby Checker community over on that Discord server. They are as follows. We still have codes for Artisan TD, Crisis 3 Remastered, Nordhold, Cubic Odyssey, and Mini Settlers. And if you are a community member over my Chubby Checker Discord server and are interested in any one of those, feel free to proclaim your interest over at the Blobby Giveaways channel over there. I also posted the trailers for each game for those that might not be familiar with what they're all about. And if you show your interest, you will get a redemption link and code sent to you personally through DMs. And it is a first come, first serve. So once they are claimed, they are gone. And starting this upcoming Tuesday, June 2nd, I will possibly have new games to give away. Possibly. And I'll be extending the games that have not been claimed at this point over to Blue Sky and other platforms to see if they may be interested. With that said, let us go ahead and see who we can raid this lovely occasion. And hopefully we do not have to explain that we just basically watched Christian, a comprehensive history. We can just... Sylvie! It's Sylvie. Are you? Let's see. Sylvie, are you? Okay, we gotta do it. Sylvie only needs one more follower to hit 400 followers on Twitch, by the way. You're welcome, Momori. You're blobby welcome. Get Sylvie to 400 followers raid. I proclaim to you, please. Please. If you're not following Sylvie already, you should. I'll be doing some collabs with her in the future for the Porter 2 co-op. Here is the subscriber version of the raid message. And here, I'll get one for the followers because you are not obligated to subscribe to my channel at all. You just being here watching my content still goes a tremendous way. So thank you ever so much for thinking that I'm worth your watch time, especially for after a hard work day, so to speak. There we go. So we'll get a follower-friendly one out of the way. There we go. And gotta make sure that... Okay, let's go ahead and make sure that... Okay, we might still be good. We might still be good. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. We'll get the raid started. We're gonna return the favor for when she raided us when I was doing Fields of Mystria. Here we go. All right, thank you all so much for joining me for this very cursed reaction. Only once a month am I gonna be doing these, the last Thursdays of each month. But tomorrow I'll be back with more Tomodachi Life Living the Dream at 7 p.m. Central on both Twitch and YouTube. You're more than welcome to join me for those. Hopefully it will be a good cleanser from what we've had to experience tonight. Hope you all take care and have an exquisite rest of your night, whether it be the morning, afternoon, evening, or night, depending on where you may be. Ta-ta for now. Ugh.